Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to a very, very, very special Doodle stream as part of the annual 72-hour LEGO community stream. I hope you guys have been enjoying your time so far since things kicked off at midnight. Thank you to everyone who's come over from Ken Marlowe Bricks' stream, which was just before mine. I was taking a look at that right before we had to bail and start getting set up. But hope you guys are excited for today. Before we dive into the action that is this stream today, I'd like to take just a moment to remind everyone where you guys can find me outside of our time here together. Make sure you check out my website at KevinAHinkle.com or across social media at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. If you'd like to see just my artwork as a freelance artist and not what I ate for breakfast, you can follow me at MrHinkleDraws, where I share my work as an artist. If it's within your means, please consider supporting my work on Patreon. Patreon helps content creators all across the globe by providing a platform for their fans to pledge continuous financial support. Tiers are as low as $1 a month and max out at $20, all with various rewards, exclusive content, polls, and discounts for purchasing my artwork online. All the names you see on the screen right now have pledged their support, and I cannot thank them enough for their generosity. One of the rewards for supporting me on Patreon is a shout out during all videos and live streams. So check out these awesome people. If you'd like to find more information about my Patreon page, just head over to patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws for more information. Last but certainly not least, remember all of my streams, we are a drama-free zone. For as many people as possible to enjoy the live stream, I kindly request everyone please be mindful of their conduct. No profanity, no harassment or bullying, and please just be respectful of your fellow viewers. So all of that being said, I want to welcome in my very special friend, our MC for today, Mr. Brian Saviano, a.k.a. Brikx O'Brien.
Oh, hello.
What's going on, Brian?
Oh, living the dream. Woke up early this morning to provide what context I can to the 72-hour community live stream. Thank you for having me, and thank you for allowing me to conduct all this for a change.
Absolutely. Brian is in my list of friends that I consider #pro streamer. So he is going to be here to take care of you guys because we're going to be drawing and chatting all things art and Lego with a couple special friends. And I want to be able to focus on that. Not that I'm going to ignore you guys in the chat. I just clicked. There's 52 new comments. It's like, okay. But Brian is here to take care of you guys. So you are in his trusted hands. So he'll make sure that any questions you guys have, make sure they bubble their way up. And he will also make sure that you guys get an awesome view of what everybody's working on. Speaking of what everyone's working on, Brian, would you like to take the reins?
On what?
And bring our first guest in?
Well, I you know better than me who the first guest is. I don't know a lot of the what?
#pro streamer. So everybody, I want to introduce my first guest on today's stream, Mr. Greg Hyland.
Oh, hey, I know that guy. Right on.
Greg, welcome to the stream.
What? Thanks for having me. How did you get here?
You're in my... What are you guys doing in my room?
Where?
So you want to tell us a little bit about yourself, Greg?
No.
All right. I kind of knew you were going to say no. I had a feeling.
Fair enough.
Okay, next.
So Greg is actually, I should say all the people that are on the stream, even Brian a little bit. All the people on the stream are I consider huge inspirations to me and what I do.
I'm an inspiration.
Are you gonna tear up? But yes, they're all inspiring to me in different ways. Fazoom in the chat says, Greg Hyland, he owes me money.
Oh my God! Come get it. Except the border's closed.
Except this is true.
You can't come here.
Yeah, Greg is as of late he's been working on some cool stuff, such as the Monster Atlas book. Are you working on volume 2 now?
I'm working on. Actually, it would be the 4th book,
Oh,
which is
4.
part 3 of the Europe collection.
Okay, I feel
So
better.
basically, what monster I have worked for Lego, and most people here probably know me from doing Lego stuff, but I've been doing a lot less Lego stuff in the last couple years for various reasons. And one of the things that I've been doing recently is it gave me time to produce a book that I've always wanted to do called The Monster Atlas, which can be seen at monsteratlas.com.
There you go.
There you go. There's promotion. But basically, it's a what is it? I can show. It's a book.
There it is.
And oh, look at that. Basically, what it is it's like a guidebook to monsters. Oh, look. And then we have maps that show you where those monsters live. But it's all stuff from like movies and TV, as you saw the Marshmallow Man there. But also like cryptids like Bigfoot and various lake monsters, and then legendary monsters like the Wendigo and things like that.
Yeah.
So 2 years ago, we produced a America's book, which is North and South America. And then we were going to do a Europe book, and we realized that if we did a Europe book, that it would be just way too big. Also, it wouldn't be out yet. So we've divided Europe up into 3 volumes, and we've put out 2 of those volumes. Basically, like Scandinavia and Britain is one book, part 1. Part 2 is Western Europe, so that's like France, Germany, Spain. And right now I'm working on the 3rd book, which is Eastern Europe. So basically that's like Poland and Romania and Greece and parts of Russia. And
yeah,
I'm calling that one, it's going to be our Dracula book. The last one we did, I call it our Frankenstein book, because that was a lot of what was in it. So
a lot of Frankensteins?
There was a lot of Frankensteins in the Western Europe book.
Got it.
And there'll be lots of Draculas in the next one.
Oh, very nice. That's awesome.
And that's what I've been doing because...
Well, you like frogs too, though.
And then I've been doing a comic called Frog Crisis, which can be seen at frogcrisis.com.
You're doing perfect.
But basically, also what I've been known for like almost 30 years is a comic called Lethargic Lad. But I kind of got out of doing Lethargic Lad, and I've been doing Frog Crisis partially as an exercise for myself, because what the goal is it's like I'm just like doing a daily newspaper type strip, but I set myself the limit of I have to do it in 15 minutes. That from start to finish, from drawing it to getting it on the internet, 15 minutes. Whereas I was realizing Lethargic Lad strips, which can be seen at lethargiclad.com.
You're great.
Those strips are taking me about 3 days to do. So I kind of like the fact that I can do Frog Crisis like almost immediately. And a whole bunch of people, especially like my other comic buddies, were like, this is amazing because it's really good exercise in getting something done fast and trying to be consistent while getting it done fast. So
for sure,
I've been trying to focus on that because so many people have been telling me like, this is what you need to be doing, which, you know, it's there
it is.
Kind of crude. Like I draw it really quickly. I do hand lettering on it, which is not always the best. Although I switched for a while to computer lettering, and people were like, no, it's not nearly as good. They wanted my crud lettering. So
that's awesome.
That's what I've been doing, and I hopefully can make Frog Crisis into something. Also, everything I do, but mostly Frog Crisis, is on Patreon. So it's at patreon.com/frogcrisis. And all I want is a list as big as Kevin's that I saw there. I'm like, totally
I am a proud patron supporter of Frog Crisis.
You are.
I tried. I was like, hey, look at this guy. He's doing this. Go support this guy.
So I throw up. No, I put up on Patreon. I mean, I put up like Frog Crisis comics, but I put them up early. So
yeah,
you get them the day I do them. But I also show other things that I'm working on. I put up a lot of Monster Atlas art that I'm working on. I put up commissions that I'm working on. Recently in Lego World, I've been people have been getting me to do comic cover reproductions. So like here's one that I'm working on right now. So it's Micronauts #1. So people have been telling me like, I want this particular comic cover redone. And
yeah, like taking a classic comic cover and Lego font. Yeah.
And I'll be doing it. So if anybody wants one of those, you can contact me, which would be awesome. I've been doing a few of those recently, which has been really, really good because I think they're fun to do. I was kind of annoyed because last year I had a guy who was like, yeah, I want to get one of your comic cover reproductions. I want Avengers #1, which I thought that'll be a fabulous one to do.
Yeah.
And we talked about it and he was like, yeah, and I was getting into it and ready to start. And then he was like, yeah, but I don't want to pay for it. Even though we had talked money and the guy was like, yeah, I know that's good. That's a good amount.
Yeah.
And then it came down to actual paying. Yeah. He was like, yeah, I don't know.
When we get later on in the stream, when we got the full panel in, we definitely need to talk about people asking us to do stuff for no money.
Yeah,
it's a good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, Kevin, there's not just Greg in here this time. You have multiple guests this time around.
This is very true. Thank you very much for telling us a little bit about what you're working on, Greg. Appreciate that. And joining us, we've got Megan Rothrock with us as well.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, welcome to the stream.
Oh, thank you. It's excellent to be here. Hello, everybody out there in Lego TV land.
Oh no, my banner blocking the lizard.
Your banner is blocking my precious snickerdoodle. There we go. So I'm here with Snickerdoodle this morning, and we are going to work on turning this fellow into basically what could be a Lego element. So there'll be some groovy toy design going on my dry erase board here, and I'll have to duck out earlier. I wish I could stay for the whole thing, but I have to actually teach a class at 11.
Hey, the grind stops for no one. The grind
right.
Stops for no one.
And it's great to be here. And so my name is Megan Rothrock, and I am a children's book author. The Lego Adventure book is one of my titles. Also, this is the latest, Construct Adventure, Building with Sid and Friends, which I co-authored with the brilliant Jim Folds.
I know that guy.
And I also happen to be a former product designer for the Lego Group as well. And I know most all these guys on the panel in various ways. This is my buddy Sid here. So it is fantastic to be part of the 72-hour stream. I think this is a great thing to be doing right now. And yeah, so I'm just going to start working out my process since I don't have too much time this morning. And I'll try to jump back in after my first class.
Sure. Yeah, and as I said, if you have the time and the stamina, feel free, but don't feel obligated. We don't want to sit there and crack the whip too hard. Be like, get back to work. But yeah, thank you very much for popping in. Where can people find your books? Like anywhere that books are sold. Yes. Anywhere
books are sold. Amazon.com. No Starch Press is the publisher for Lego Adventure books. So nostarch.com for that. And Construct Adventure is available on Amazon. Yes. Nice. And they are all storybooks, and they're also building and inspiration books as well. I, being a huge comic geek, as you can see, there are lots of comic aspects to it, but there's also building. So there's all sorts of groovy things going on in in the Lego books that I do. And now my latest gig is I am a pretty much full-time teacher on the OutSchool platform, which is awesome. So if you can, jump on by and grab one of my classes. I'm rolling in ages 5 to 12 plus at this point.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the class today that you're going at 11? Is it like, what's the subject?
The subject is called the Lego Club Social Hour. So
Okay.
it's all about getting together and building and sharing building techniques and ideas and working to time building challenges.
Nice.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah, super fun.
Yeah, welcome in. We
All
can't
right,
stop. We can't stop at 4 people, Brian.
Nope, not at all.
We can't do it. So we want to welcome in Odin into the stream, also known as Lego Odin.
Wait, where is he?
Did he vanish?
I think he vanished. Do you see him down there, Kevin?
Oh, no, I can't see anybody.
Oh, you can't see anything. I don't see him here.
So,
Odin, what you should do is re-enter the room and try again, and I will see if I can add you that way. I can't see you down in my little panel down here, sir.
We'll see. We'll figure it out. Technically, hey, it wouldn't be live,
right?
If there wasn't
exactly
a little bit of that. So that's okay. Let's welcome in Paul Lee into the stream. There he is.
Hey, everybody.
What's up, Paul?
It's a bright and early morning for me.
I'm sorry. Yeah, Paul is definitely not on the East Coast.
No.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Paul.
Well, I think I'm best known for doing Lego comics for the Club magazine. And I went on to do a bunch of books for Scholastic and stuff like that. It's sort of my gig. I do comics, do Lego illustrations. You can see a sample if you want to cut to the screen share.
That's a wonderful sample. There you go. It's a face.
That's just a sample, though. Just a sample.
It's fun stuff. And so, like, illustrations I've done. This is a Ninjago. And this was the cover for one of the Comic-Con exclusive comics. Almost Naked Lady. And a Batman comic I did a long time ago. But yeah, that's my sort of gig. Currently publishing slowed down in pandemic. I'm doing mostly like minifig portraits for friends.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but
you have like the minifig portraits has its own like accounts and stuff, doesn't it? On like social media and stuff, or no?
Oh yeah, I made.
Like, if you wanted to follow and stuff. There,
yeah, I made
Facebook page.
Yeah, it's called minifig portraits on Facebook. So. And funny, someone had to suggest that I do that. Like, oh, okay, I guess I should do that.
That is how it works.
I'm terrible at self-promotion.
No, that's all right. That's all right. I'm really, really thankful that you joined. I appreciate that. And Brian's been throwing in, as we've been going with each guest, he's been throwing in links and stuff down there. So if you want to see more of all the incredible guest work, you can find it there for you.
Absolutely.
Did Odin come out of the void?
He did, and I would like to do this intro if I can, Kevin.
Oh, please go ahead.
If I could, please.
Go right.
I would like to introduce the gentleman who initially did one of my minifigure drawings many years ago and brought Brikx O'Brien to life on the page. This is Odin Lousley, known as Leg Odin. Sir, you are muted. Hello. How are you?
Hello. Going very well. You guys can hear me?
Yes, you are good to go.
Fantastic. All right. Well, I'm Leg Odin. First and foremost, I'm definitely a Lego tragic, as I'm sure everyone else on this stream is. Also a graphic designer, and sometimes I create Lego art, which is fun, but it's infrequent, unfortunately. If I'm being completely honest, I don't have all too much to share, but I am excited to get the stream started. So if you've got anything you'd like me to introduce, I'm happy to.
Well, and I think, I want to make sure, I would be remiss if I didn't. We have to all give Odin props, as with most of our Australian in the 72-hour stream, for being so completely off in time zone. So thank you for staying up late to join me on my stream. I really appreciate that. It means a lot.
No, thank you for the invitation, amongst all these wonderful artists. So I'm grateful, and if it means I have to stay up till 3 a.m. to do it, I will do that.
and yes, Odin is a mystery man. His face is
Yeah.
not.
Oh yes.
So just so you know,
Well, it's not exciting otherwise, is it?
It's
Right.
not. It really isn't. It's really not as exciting. So he's not. There's no camera difficulties. He is purposefully hidden behind a veil of secrecy.
So
Well, I must say his logo is making me want a Coca-Cola. Am I the only one?
I didn't think of that.
It's
until now.
intentional. I've been paid.
There you go.
Complain.
But you know what's nice? You know I mean, obviously I've seen it for a while now, but like the brick you have with like the ink, the pin top on it, is kind of like wonderfully clever. And
Oh my, that's so funny. I did this years ago, and
Yeah.
I feel like I need to update it, but I think I've been lazy. Oh, they can't see the logo in the stream. Oh well, you're missing out, guys. Trust me.
Oh, they can't see the logo?
You can
Oh,
see it
no,
very
no.
tiny.
Oh no, there you go. It's just white. Well,
Oh, that's
it's a lot
weird.
more exciting than that. Trust me.
Oh, so on this
weird.
on the actual stream, it's not showing up. That's really weird. I don't know why. We can see it. Hey everyone, we can see it.
hey, that is more of an excuse for you to go to Odin's Instagram and check out his work. All right, it's incredible work. So go there. And I was going to ask you, is there anywhere that people are going to see the artwork that you're going to be doing today after the fact?
Yes, I am not a huge social media person, but I am on Instagram _Legodin_, and that's me. Yeah.
Cool.
So please check me out if you would like. You're not being forced to, so.
I will force you to. This guy does great work. All right. So do it. I
Absolutely.
mean, everybody
Oh
does.
well,
great
thank
work.
you. I appreciate that. Forcing people to.
100%. That's
You know,
the only way you get people to
throw
do
out
it.
free will.
Right. If you just shove the marketing down their throats, that's how you do it. That's how you do
And
it.
there is, I mean, I am it's so incredible to see so many people watching. The comments have been flying. I have not been able to keep up with it. There's so
Yeah, me neither. No, I haven't been paying attention. I was
but,
just doing the intro.
But now, I mean, we got everybody in. So everyone's kind of got like a different plan of attack. So I am going to open it up to you guys for suggestions. I'm going to be drawing. I'm doing traditional today. I'm not doing digital. So I'm going to do traditional, and I'm going to take suggestions for minifigs. So you guys can throw them out. I don't know if you want to. I don't know what's maybe the easiest way to say, but you can say like suggestion for Kevin or whatever. That way we can spot it easily in the chat. But go ahead and throw those out for me. I'm gonna see how many I can get done today. I think I'm aiming for 3. We'll see if I can get 3 done because it's like each one of these is like a 30-minute thing. So we'll see. We'll see. So that's what I'm gonna be doing. Greg is also gonna be drawing traditionally. So he's over there, and I think he said he's also up for taking suggestions. So if you got a suggestion for Greg, you can throw that in for him as well.
We already have some progress over here.
Oh,
our
absolutely.
lizard friend looking excellent.
You gotta love the
I was just grabbing a shot of it myself. So this is part of the process. Here's some earlier bits. So we're doing some character study of Snickerdoodle, some different styles here. This one's from the other day when we were out on the porch.
Ooh.
It's always fun to sketch from life, isn't it, guys? They like to move.
Like he stays so still.
Well, yeah, he is today.
I mean, just like it's not even moving at all.
And here's the shape breakdown. So this is how it starts. And I had something similar to this up on the board in a lighter color, and now I'm going over it with a darker color. So this is basically one idea of a turn of a part, and then that's why I always take pictures of the process going through, because I'll erase this probably and then end up jumping onto different angles. But you want to think about it's going to be a toy, so it's going to be a physical thing. It's got to be within the Lego framework parameters and all that good stuff. So this is the first step. Thanks, guys.
The comment is Snickerdoodle alive. No, that's an alive lizard.
Oh yes.
But I'm just very impressed at how so still. It's just like not moving at all. But yeah, it's real.
Oh, he just moved his head.
There you go. We're all just staring, waiting for the blink. We're just like, come on, just blink once to assure. There,
he
look,
just moved his head
movement.
again.
movement. There's movement.
I assure you, he's real and he's lovely, but he's very well socialized. So he
Nice.
goes out on our booth when we used to be able to,
When things happen, when there used
event
to be shows
in the before.
in the before time.
We used to last summer he was out with us quite a lot, promoting on the booth any outdoor shows that would allow such a thing. So yeah, he had a good summer last summer.
God.
He's pretty chill this summer.
So I've been looking at the chat for some of the ideas that have been thrown my way, and I think I'm gonna pick one of these Galaxy Squad bugs to be my first drawing. I'm looking at some of the Google reference images, so that's what I'm gonna go with for mine.
There we go. Paul, any ideas what you're working on?
I thought I'd do a portrait of Megan.
I mean, the
That's
portrait
Paul.
of the artist of like right. You need to also make sure that she's drawing on the easel with the. I mean, how many levels do we need to go?
Well, you've already got the hair down, of course, because this is my actual hair.
There you go.
So you guys already know how to draw my hair.
Jeff's comment, he's like, there's a critter on top of that art thing. I did not realize that. There is indeed.
Yes.
Sweet. And then Odin, what's your plan of attack today? What are you going to be working on?
Well, so to give people some choice, because they don't have much choice in going to my page or not, I'm going to let you guys decide what I draw. So I've got 5 options, and let me share my screen. Let's see. There we go. Can you see it now?
Yes.
There we go.
Ooh, good choices here.
Fantastic. Okay, so these are the 5 options I've got. I'd love for you guys to let me know in the comments section which one you want.
I will put my own personal bias into Steve Harrington of Stranger Things, but obviously it is up to the chat.
You just want the hair.
Yeah. Please do not spam in the chat. I see them loud and clear. Lots for number 3 and 4. So we know where the target demographic is here. But
Larry, I'm like, look up at Larry's the one that's like, come.
A lot of Post Malone fans.
That's great. I love it.
so we'll circle back to that once we see what Greg is working on over here, but toss that in.
Yeah,
So
I think I saw one or two Greg specific suggestions earlier. I think.
What are they?
Is Greg asleep?
Yeah,
And earlier, Chris, that's Chris Giddens. If you didn't know who Fazoom is,
oh god.
grown. He said earlier that it was good to see you. It's been a long time, and he appreciates.
I know. It's been a long time since I've seen Chris in person. If you ever get a chance to go out to dinner with Chris, take his suggestion of where to go. That's what I have learned. Is that if Chris says go here, that's where you should go. So there.
He's got the best food suggestions. I think
But
he was telling me
I've
that.
learned, do not argue. Always take his word
Don't argue.
on food.
And I hear the shower above me. I might mute for a second just so you guys don't have to hear water.
sure.
Stand by. Brian's got this.
Yeah. So Greg, you have a bit of a unique setup here, man. You got this.
That's
your
a camera pointing down on my desk,
yep.
so I can draw and you can watch me. And you can see I've just got junk all over my desk.
Hey, you know what? That creative minds typically have a cluttered space, or I use that to justify it.
Very cluttered.
Yeah. So just so all of you know, that arrow is actually pointing up, so you're gonna have to use your imagination.
I will move the picture.
Gotcha. Okay. Any ideas what you're working on right now? You taking suggestions
I'll
still?
take suggestions, though. If anybody wants Batman 66 characters, that's what I really want to do.
That's a personal bias. Okay, cool.
It is.
Awesome.
But I can do superhero stuff at the moment.
Okay, cool.
That's what I prefer doing at the moment.
Awesome. So we'll keep the suggestions pretty diversified. We want to
I can
cover
do
a bunch
some
of
Star Wars stuff as well.
yeah, right. Want to keep it all around pop culture and
Yeah. I mean, I was lucky that when I was doing a lot of work for Lego, that I was dealing with the Connecticut office, which they dealt with pretty much all the license stuff. So throughout my work with them, I pretty much only ever did like Star Wars, Harry Potter, superheroes, Lord of the Rings. It was great because that's what I would want to do. I hardly ever drew anything that was one of their own things, though I loved to. I did get to do some Monster Fighter stuff, and that was kind of exciting to do. But their own stuff, I barely did. I did one Ninjago commercial, and I hated it. But anyway.
Oh, so you know what's funny? I see this comment that Chris is like, my minifig covered by a speech balloon. I think I remember. Didn't you put my Greg? You did like a storyboard, I think, for Lego, and you put my sig fig business card in it, and it was like cut from. It was like a Jurassic thing. I want to say you were like, look, I put your minifig. I was like, oh, that's cool. And then you came back like 2 weeks later, like Lego cut it. I was like, oh, of course. Well,
that's the hard part with the storyboard is my work actually doesn't necessarily get seen by anybody except the animators. But however, what Chris is pointing out is I illustrated a Star Wars book for Scholastic, I think, and I had to do a crowd scene of the cantina, so I put Chris's sig fig in there, and then when it was all done, a word balloon covered it up because I don't know where the word balloons are gonna go. So that was annoying. I sent him a copy of the art with no word balloons on it to prove that I had actually done it. So anyway.
So Odin, I'm seeing a lot of 3s in the chat here. There are a few 4s. So do you have a personal bias toward any one of these suggestions so you can get started?
No, yeah, I'm not too fussed. I think if most people want to see Wolverine, then I'll do Wolverine. There are many versions of Wolverine, so I'm going to do the Hugh Jackman version.
That's the
but
only
do you
version.
guys want to see? I mean, I know this is a huge choice to put out there, but do you want to see shirtless Hugh Jackman, or do you want to see him in a tank top, or in a full suit, or
obligated to shirtless Hugh Jackman? Yeah. I think that's full form there. Yeah.
So funny.
Shirtless. Oh my god. Or what about Yes or Logan? I could always do Logan.
Right. I was gonna say Logan. I thought that's what you meant by X-Men Hugh Jackman version. That's what my mind immediately went to.
Oh,
Nick in the chat says the monster guy's not gonna draw monsters. But he's drawing monsters all the time.
Who, me?
Yeah, I think you're the monster guy.
I'm the monster guy. I've got examples of what I've just recently drawn for monsters. There's a bug, and there's a robot granny. So that's really frightening because it turns out, as we're doing our research, Eastern European movies are demented. So there's like a Czech movie about evil robot grannies. So we're trying to be as obscure as possible at times.
Of course they are.
So robot grannies, I can't wait. Whereas the bug is from the Kafka Metamorphosis. We're like all over the place.
Are you gonna do like the human centipede too?
No,
man.
we decided against that one. That one would have been in the last book because it was in Germany, I believe. So the last book had Germany in it, and we made a conscious decision that no human centipede, although we have an index in the back or an appendix of stuff we've missed, and we just listed it that it could be. But yeah, right off the bat, I was told the writer is a friend of mine, Glenn Kay, who's written other books. He's written books about zombie movies and disaster movies, and he's doing a lot of the research. And I pretty much said to him, I refuse to do human centipede. So,
Have you, Greg? Have you seen the
Probably a
movie?
good call.
no, I have not seen it. I've seen pictures from the
Oh
movie.
man, I haven't
And
I
either.
feel like you
More
should.
than
That's right.
I have no desires to ever see that film
Yeah,
in my life.
no.
I read the Wikipedia about it and went, yeah, I don't need this. So that's why it got me enough to tell Glenn, no, I don't want to do this. There's been a few movies that he's listed that I'm like, yeah, I'm not comfortable with this, but anyway.
Yeah. So while people are diving into work, please feel free to throw any questions to anybody on the panel if you guys have any. Because Brian is taking a look, and I know this is kind of like washed out right now. It'll get better when I put the. Well, there you go. You can see the.
Oh
buttons
wow,
there.
jeez. Yeah, you might need to lower the lights like a smidge.
Well, but see, the thing is, that it's gonna work. It's gonna work perfectly when I ink it and color it. So it's like because I remember this actually happening with the Brick World setup. Is that the lights, the pencil vanished. Look at that look. Get the face. The pencils vanish, but when I ink it and color it, it'll be good. I promise I'm drawing. But yeah, if you guys have any questions for anybody, and yeah, keep in mind that Megan's gonna have to leave a little early. She might be back later, but so if you have questions for her, make sure you throw them out now.
I love the approach that you have, Megan. You're getting the multiple angles here. Like this is an actual like toy design. It's awesome.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yeah, so you want to, like I mentioned earlier, thanks, Brian. You want to keep within the lovely rounded edged rectangular framework that Lego is, of course, world renowned for. So yeah, it's turning out fun for sure.
I got to remember to take down the community stream banner to show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yes, Snickerdoodle is being a champ today.
Beautiful little snickerdoodle.
Eli asks, Kevin, are these doodles or are they going to be stuff you sell? So today, since I'm drawing traditionally, I will be listing these up on Etsy afterwards when I'm done for me. Can't be drawing unless I'm making money.
Mine will be for sale too, if anyone wants them.
Absolutely.
Well, so wait, hold on, Greg. Is this one for sale as is, or what's the price point we talking here, Greg?
That one's pretty expensive.
Limited edition, yeah, one of one.
I mean, there's financing available for that one.
Yeah.
You can work something out.
Right next to Banksy, right up on in the gala. Right
there.
There
but otherwise, I just figured I would do the type of sketch that I would do at a convention, which of course I'm not at conventions.
Right.
I was supposed to do a convention in March, right before the world collapsed.
Yeah.
It was funny because I was actually going to the printer, which is about 45 minutes away from where I live, to get the latest Monster Atlas, so I would have them for the Toronto Comic-Con. And I was driving home from that, and that's pretty much when the world collapsed.
Yeah.
And then I was like, yay, I've got books. Can't sell them, but I've got books.
At least you got them.
I got them. And luckily, I got a lot of orders online for them. And hopefully I'll get more orders online.
Golden Light Picture says that drawing, Greg, is the rarest drawing ever.
What, that one?
That one right there.
It's hot.
It's hot. It's hot.
It's that hotness right there, baby.
Yeah.
I have a question for Megan here from Jeff. Will there be another adventure book? You left us on a cliffhanger.
Well, it's hard to say. It's a possibility, but as things have shifted for myself and Megs and all the crew, it's not out of the realm of possibility. But now it's hard to say what's going on with the publishing industry these days. In the before, I had an easier answer.
I love it. I love that that's the thing. In the before. You guys remember the before times?
Yeah. That's a good question, though.
Either Kevin or Greg, do you have a link to Greg's store? I know we have social media links, but the store itself.
Do you have a? Yeah, where would that be, Greg? If people wanted to buy stuff from you.
For me directly, actually, the best way is to contact me through Facebook. If you go to @lethargiclad.com and contact me through there, or @lethargic_lad on Twitter. There's that, or on Instagram, I'm @Greg Hyland Creepy Artist. Maybe I should have talked to your social media guy about that, but
It's funny because every time that I've been promoting it, I keep having to, type out everyone's handles, and I'm like @Greg Hyland Creepy
and
Artist. Like, there we go.
Doc Sampson doing my job for me right there.
There we
MonsterAtlas.com.
go.
Thank you, Doc, for picking up
and
the slack.
that's where you can order books. But as
Yes.
far as artwork or commissions or anything, I'm afraid to say I don't have anything real set up. So Facebook, Twitter, Instagram are the best ways.
What are the odds that while we are right now streaming, someone like reached out to you and said, "I want to buy that drawing that was on your desk with the up arrow in the front"?
There'll be a lot of zeros behind the numbers, but
it's sold.
yeah.
Yeah, and I have all my stuff on Etsy, so etsy.com/shop/
I suppose that's something I should set up, I guess.
I was pushed by a friend in January of this year saying, "Why have you not set up an Etsy?" And I didn't have a good reason for saying why I haven't. So I was like, "All right, I'll try it." And so I did it.
I should talk to you about that then.
Yeah, for sure.
Because people have just been reaching out to me again through Facebook and whatnot to get those cover reproductions that I showed you.
Yeah.
Or they've seen me at cons. And I mean, that was a big advantage. And of course, I have I haven't done any cons this year. So, and mostly through Facebook. I did a sketch cover for somebody recently, and I think I could show you the picture. But there was a big
Chris wants it.
There's a big Cesar Romero Joker cosplayer, and he had me do a Cesar Romero Joker cover, but he had to have the cover, so he had to mail me the cover, the blank cover, to then do.
Yeah, that was fun because I remember you posting it, and I'm like, obviously I'm a supporter of your art regardless of what it was, but it was kind of fun being like, oh look, it's a Lego thing, and it's a Batman thing. That was kind of fun.
Wait, Greg, can people go to your house? Is that can you confirm from Bazoom, is that your address on screen?
Yeah,
is that your address?
Buy from you directly.
That's it. 123. No, it's 123 Fake Street.
Oh, geez.
Canada way.
Can't get it mistaken there. All right, just wanted to clarify. All right, thank you.
I'm planning on, because the big Toronto convention is called Fan Expo, and it was just recently canceled. It's like about the third biggest convention in North America, so I always do that one. So I'm kind of bummed out about it, that it got canceled, but I'm holding Greg Expo on my porch.
Oh,
that's awesome. Wow.
People can come by my porch.
Now, wait, hold on. Is that where people can get access to potentially buy this piece of artwork right there? Is that it? Is it an auction situation?
It's going to be me on my porch, so if they come by.
How great would it be if that's literally the only output from you from today, and it sells for like $100? It'd be great. It'd be wonderful.
It won't be.
Love it.
I'm trying to find you a picture of the cover, the Joker cover.
Yeah, I liked it. It was pretty good. It's good stuff.
I was really nervous about doing it because the guy has a collection of Joker sketch covers that are so good that I was like, I don't want to ruin this guy's collection.
Yeah.
So I actually did like a few test drawings beforehand, which is, I hate to say, something I don't normally do.
Time is money, man.
Oh, here's one of the, here, I'll see if, share screen, see if I can do that.
I love that you have all those eyebrows, Odin, because that's exactly what I do. I've got that one's not working. You know what? That one, but I don't want to delete it, so I just keep copying and pasting it.
Exactly, and then you can go back to them if you want it, and you're like, "Ooh, I didn't like that version," and then
is it all? Do you also have the experience where most of the time you don't go back to any of them, so you just delete them all?
Yes, you just exactly. I just end up. I finish up, and then I'm like, "Oh, I like this," and then my artboard is just filled with like 50 different torsos and eyebrows and eyes.
Because
I didn't use any of this, did I?
I totally get it. I do the same thing where I'm like, I might want to come back to that. I never end up actually doing it, but I'm like, oh, well.
Hey, but the option's there, isn't it?
It makes you feel better.
It's all about having backups.
Makes you feel better.
I put up one of the test jokers that I did. If anyone cares.
And what's up, Joey? Nice to see Joey. Is that Joey Fame in the chat? Yeah, it's good stuff. The goat with a million eyes. Yeah, that was.
I have a question for Odin.
Oh yes. Wow.
The vector file you're using, is it an asset from Lego, or did you create the whole thing yourself?
No, this is all myself. So I'm actually working off. This is a design, a Stranger Things design I did a while back. Of I don't know if anyone's familiar with Billy.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
There you go. So that's Billy. And yeah, so when I create every piece of Lego art, I start with this basic outline, which is basically this.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. I don't know if it's lagging on the stream or.
No, you're good.
We can see it.
Okay, cool. But yes, so that's what I start with. And then I pretty much add bit by bit, but to keep things consistent, because Lego uses, well, at least I'm aware that they use the same kind of eyes, and they tend to use a similar stroke width and stuff because they have a style guide, a consistent style guide. So to keep things consistent like that, I use the same stroke widths and eye shapes and stuff like that. And so those are just copied from character to character. Some might call it lazy. I like to call it efficient.
Yes, it's very efficient.
It's accurate.
No, the reason I ask is, well, if I'm extremely efficient myself, but when I've done work for them, I've been lucky. They've given me their actual deco assets for.
Really?
Yeah, so that's why this looks exactly like the assets they give. So I'm like, damn, that's good.
Okay, I've got it right.
Oh
Wow.
yeah, I thought, did they give them to you too?
Yeah, you got the eye. You got the eye.
Woo!
A lot of close examination, and then you got it.
I had a sort of a question for Greg too about his experience, but like, did you ever run into like Lego approvals is a giant pain in the butt? Like, was that your experience?
I found Lego is actually pretty good, but I found Scholastic was a lot more trouble.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and Lego warned me when they first started out doing Disney stuff. They told me Disney's going to be crazy. Like, they're going to be the worst, and really no problems. But Scholastic was terrible.
You wanna?
And they told me to be more like Paul Lee.
What?
Did it really?
Yeah.
No. No.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say though, like one of the reasons why when I do, illustrations of specific like real sets and stuff, I use the actual deco assets they send me. I pull the vector and I, Photoshop it on. For the very reason, because I just don't want the grief from them if they complain that it's off model or something.
You could just say, well, it's yours.
Yeah, no, hey, it's your deco. So if you got a problem, go talk to them. But.
Has that ever happened where you've used something that they provided and they're like, that we don't like it or whatever, and you're like, that's yours?
Okay, I have a story, and I don't know if like this is, I shouldn't tell it, but I'm going to tell it. So why not? Okay.
Paul, can you hold off on that? I've got to jump out.
Oh,
sorry, guys. Time's up already.
Yeah. Do you want to show off your final piece before you head out for sure? Yeah, look at that.
So there's the general idea. We'd have at least 2 or 4 studs on the top, and I wanted to put a stud on his head because beardies actually like to wear stuff
Like
on
hats?
their head. Yeah,
Hats?
yeah.
Oh,
So he
man.
can wear hats and stuff on the tail, and yeah. So you could deco him up, and he'd probably be around the same size as the alligator, maybe a little bit smaller to get him into scale. Probably about 3/4 that size, maybe smaller. There's two ways you could do it. You could do it like alligator style or Friends scale style too. But then he'd only have like one stud and wouldn't be as fun to play with.
That's awesome.
Oh, thanks,
There'd be
guys.
a hole in the head that you can add hats.
So yeah, that's what the stud on the top is.
Yeah,
for.
yeah, but not as but like the actual.
Oh yeah, I
hole.
could do a hole. Could
Yeah,
do a
yeah,
hole or a
the
stud on
tiny,
top.
like the tiny little hats, like
The
with-
318.
Hat, yeah,
Yeah.
Friends characters have the little like peg. It's like that's your hat.
birthday hat and stuff.
Exactly.
Right. That could work.
I love it. That's
Oh,
awesome.
thanks so much for letting me come in, guys. This has been a blast. I wish I would love to stay the whole time.
Hey,
but
you know what? You got to think of kids. Someone has to think of the
yeah, yep. Someone's gotta keep the kids going through all the crazy,
Thanks for
and they're really fantastic. So
and everybody, make sure you go check out Megan's work. Where the books, you can go see the books. What about the class? Where can they find information about the class? Facebook?
you can go on. I have Outschool Megs is my Facebook handle for all the Outschool stuff. So that's my channel for that.
Gotcha. Cool.
And
I hope
I'll get to Brian the other at the break.
Yeah, I hope it is a good teaching day today.
All right. Well, thanks, guys. Take care, and I will see you guys in about an hour.
Thank you for stopping by. See you later.
All right.
See you later.
Bye bye.
She's still there.
This is what I got for this. Let me try to wait. It's there. He's there.
Ooh, very nice, Kevin.
So pencils are done. I need to do the design stuff in the middle, but then
Pencils down, as you say.
almost. Oh, I spoke
Almost.
too soon. I spoke too soon. I need to do the design work inside the like the scales and stuff.
Yeah,
This
looking good though.
Oh, well, you can't see that either. You know.
It's all.
You know what I mean.
Yeah, we get it. Yeah.
Raptus, MrHinkleDraws, where can we find and request drawings? So if you're talking about commissions, at the moment, to be very honest, I'm actually not accepting any commissions right now because unfortunately I am up to 60 in queue. So for my own mental health and sanity, I am saying no for now. I am chewing through everybody that's emailed me. I'm chewing through it. I'm going as fast as I can. But hopefully in 3 months I'll be opening up again for more. I'm sorry.
I think it was Greg's response. Like, what?
I'm sorry.
I'm at 0 at the moment, by the way. Anyone out there? Sorry, Kevin, but screw you.
No, it's
I'm
fine.
at 0. As soon as all I have to do is get this done, and then I'm open.
Hey, hit up, Raptus, hit up Greg for sure.
Yeah, hit up Greg.
Artwork. You need some Greg Hyland artwork for sure.
Yeah, Kevin, if you're overloaded, I can take on some of your commissions as well. I don't mind. I can.
Odin, I can give you a whole plethora of stuff I was going to give Kevin. I'll give you a job for the next 5 years.
I wouldn't be offended, man. I really would. I would not be offended.
I don't think I'd do you justice, mate. I'm sorry.
So here's my little. I mean, I don't know if it's the secret, but apparently, if you draw a couple Lego minifigs for high-profile Lego masters, everyone in the world wants you to do the same thing for them. So I did Lego Sigfig drawings for Richard and Flynn, Boone and Mark, and Sam. And of course, all of them posted it, and they all now have these kind of outrageous followings on social media because of the television show. And so ever since I did those, it is nonstop. It's just like, hello, my son would like a drawing of him as a minifigure. Greetings from Austria. And it's just like, okay, another one in the queue. But that was the thing. That was like the catalyst. That was the springboard. Was doing
So wait, Greg, you said you're taking requests, but like, where can people go to request you if they wanted to?
That's the direct contact.
Besides here right now,
in this moment, right here. What do you got?
I'll do one right now, but otherwise, like I said, the social media stuff on Facebook at Lethargic Lad or at Frog Crisis, or on, as you've put up, the Instagram is at Greg Hyland Creepy Artist. There's a story behind that, by the way. Or on Twitter at lethargic_lad. And as I've learning from Kevin, maybe I should get an Etsy store.
I think it also just maybe there should be a greghyland.com. Maybe. I know that feeling you just had is the feeling I had when someone's like,
it's what you had, yeah.
I was like, I don't want to. Why? No.
Yeah,
Or keep in mind they can go to 123 Fake Street, Canada Way.
Yeah. Well, when Greg Expo happens at the end of September, I'll have a table on the porch, and you can come right up, and it'll be awesome.
Brixomniac wants to know, how creepy are you? It's a creepy artist.
Not
how creepy are you?
Just give me time. No. There, I've put up another commission I did recently. Somebody wanted the Arrow people.
Are you talking about Avatar? Avatar: Last Airbender?
No, I think the from the Arrowverse, like Green Arrow.
Yeah.
Oh, that Arrow. Okay, I was thinking an air nomad with the arrow tattoos. I'm like,
I've put it up. Am I sharing that or not? No. Yeah, I am.
Yeah.
There we go.
There you are.
Right.
I don't watch the show, so I didn't really know who they were.
Hey,
I kind of knew because I watched The Flash. So I was like, oh, I sort of know, but I had to look it up. So
was that on a? Wait, that's not on a comic book. That's on a sheet of paper. Like, that's not a comic book cover. I mean to say.
No, that's the type of commissions that I do.
Gotcha.
So if anybody wanted a commission, that's an example of what they would look like.
Nice.
And then I've got tons. Now you can see my. Oh,
so what's the creepy? Creepy artist story. You said there's a story.
Yes, I want to hear this as well.
It's because years ago, I don't know if anybody's seen the movie Crumb.
Yeah.
Which everyone should see the movie Crumb, about the comic artist Robert Crumb. It'll make you feel really good about your own life and go, wow, things could be so much worse.
Gotcha.
And it's great. But I was with a bunch of comics people that I knew years ago in Chicago, and somehow I drew a picture in Robert Crumb's style, and I signed it G. Hyland, because he was known as R. Crumb. So I signed it like G. Hyland, creepy artist, and then it stuck. And pretty much everybody that I knew from back then still call me G or creepy artist. Although then I had a retailer, a friend of mine that owned a comic store, and he said, but you've never worked on the magazine Creepy. How could I be a creepy artist? And that
for them, that was the threshold. You did not meet it.
And to work on the magazine Creepy would have been awesome. That was like a horror and anthology magazine in the 70s, if anyone cares.
Oh. Have you heard of this, Nick? That's my resident creepy, paranormal, spooky expert, ghost freaking talking in the chat. Oh, we got Jigglepuff too here, huh? We got father and son watching. I appreciate you guys. Appreciate it.
Okay,
what are you gonna draw, Greg?
I'm gonna draw an Adam West Batman if nobody tells me to do any different.
Okay, so now, all right, let's get the chat focused to throw suggestions at Greg. So Greg wants some suggestions. You said ideally Batman 66.
Yeah,
that's the threshold. That's the
thing is, nobody's telling me different. Now, I've lost my webcam.
Oh, you did? Is it one of those things where if you don't wait? No, I mean it's on. Doesn't make any
You
sense.
just have to share the screen again.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay, I think I got it.
There it is.
I think, is it working?
Yes, it is. There we go. It's still pointing up.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, bye. I'm going to my desk. I'm not cool enough to have my computer and my desk. So.
Yeah, Greg does have a separate island. This is like Isla Sorna, the other Jurassic island. We're gonna go to Site B. Let's see. We got Gator Bricks. Can we get shark repellent on that 66 Batman?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's see. There was other one. Batman Who Laughs from CC.
Oh,
that's the crazy one with like spikes on his eyes, right? He's got like a spiked collar on his eyes or something like that.
I could do that. I usually get at conventions, I get a lot of people asking for things that don't exist.
Sure. Yeah.
Which is always cool. When I do the Toronto, the big fan expo convention, there's a kid that comes to see me every year, and he gets somebody from the Justice Society, which is cool, but it always makes you think, why is a 13-year-old kid really into Golden Age comics?
Yeah. Yeah, that's like Brian. That reminds me of Vision Bricks. I don't know if Vision's in the chat. I don't remember if I saw his name, but like he's like super into the 80s. But I'm pretty sure he wasn't alive.
No, he wasn't even a glimmer in the eyes of his parents probably at that point.
He's like super into the 80s, and it's kind of interesting because it's like
his entire life is like chrome and neon pink. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And shout out to everybody being in the chat here. Brixomniac, CC, Jeff, Jigglepuff, Gator, Z-Bricks, Alyssa, Brickhead family. Hello. Thank you for tuning in and being here. I'm reading the comments. I'm seeing them. If there's anything you have to say to anybody here. Vision is like 12, but he loves the 80s. Yes, he does. Absolutely. Yeah. So this has been going good so far. This is amazing, actually. The best doodle stream you've ever had, Kevin. Not gonna lie, man.
All I had to do was get other people to draw. That's the key. So look, you can see the eyes. You can see there you go.
There it is. Can you lower the lights by like?
No,
10%?
I can't. I can't.
Really?
Because they're not like adjustable lights.
So what you need to do, everybody, is go to patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. All right. And that way he can get the Elgato key lights, which are adjustable via the computer.
That would be cool.
Right here.
These are the same lights I've had for years and years and years and years. Do we have a Canadian Papa Bear sighting? Did someone say?
Yes, I was going to say that as well.
Twitch chat doesn't count. No, Papa B, never.
I see you, Canadian Papa B.
Always. I appreciate all my Twitch viewers as well. The chat is typically not as lively, but that's okay. It's all right. Papa B, I am probably, I know I'm in the ashamed list, but this weekend is the 72-hour Lego community live stream on YouTube. So I'm probably not going to be popping into the Papa B streams.
This
weekend. I'm sorry. I'm already I'm on the blacklist.
CC, yes, those are the lights I use. I have 2 Elgato key lights. I mostly got them because I had really awful softbox lights for years, and I think
that's what I use. Right.
So the way to do that, Kevin, instead of getting new Elgato key lights, you could even get Philips Hue white lights, and those are a lot less expensive, and you can adjust the brightness and the color temperature that way.
Nice. See, pro streamer. Look at that shirtless Hugh Jackman.
Right? Isn't this guy good? Look at it.
Look at it. Are you getting flustered, Steve? I was just commenting. Steve has been flustered.
Everyone's fawning over shirtless Hugh Jackman, even in Lego form.
Oh yeah, it doesn't matter.
He's feeling some kind of way, man. I don't know.
So Paul, I think you were going to tell us a story about something. I don't remember what.
About
I don't remember.
Scholastic and them asking me to draw something and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So Okay, so for one of the books, and I don't know who requested. I think it was actually Lego because Lego's trying to promote sets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I get directed to draw a submarine from set 60092. They say specifically, we want you to draw this submarine with the pilot in it doing whatever. I'm like, okay. So I do my thing. I draw it exactly. And, being an AFOL, did my research, studied the whole thing, had a 3D model of it. I know the set very well. The pilot in that set is a guy with a dark red beanie and like a vest and stubble. So I think it's sort of like Jacques Cousteau style,
Got it. Yeah.
Okay. So I do it, I hand it in, and a few weeks later I get a note back where Lego is accusing me of having snuck a criminal into the pilot seat of the submarine.
Because all the criminals have those beanies on.
Yeah, if he has a beanie and stubble, he's a criminal. I'm like,
clearly. I've said that for years.
Yeah, so Scholastic's like, did you sneak a criminal into the submarine? I go, did you look at the set you asked me to draw?
Do you know what products you sell?
Yeah, I mean that's basically my response was look at the set, and then I didn't hear anything back, so it was all good. But it's like that's the stupid stuff I have to deal with. Like, really?
Yeah, don't worry, it was the same on both sides. I mean, it was like when you're internal to internal. It was, we would never do that. Actually, we did last year.
What?
Like just anything, like insert blank of whatever you want to put in. Like we would never do that. Well, we did it last year. Never mind.
Well, and that's sort of the one thing that fans don't realize is that aside from the designers and some internal fans, most of the people in Lego don't know their own product.
No. So wait, did you talk about that on your keynote or no? I think
I might have
more about the ominous red brick or red box, and that it's not a board cube, and that there are.
Oh yeah.
I remember that more specifically.
Yeah.
But that's online, guys. Check it. That's a really good keynote that Paul did at was it Bricks by the Bay? Bricks by the Bay.
Bricks by the Bay. Yeah.
It's floating on the internet. It's out there. You can.
Yeah, it's a bad recording, but what are you gonna do?
Exactly.
I get lots of questions about, did we do this? Should we do this? Could we do this? What is this thing?
What is this?
There's a few Star Wars sets that I named.
Oh, really?
Because
for them,
what should this set be called? Because you're a nerd, you'd know.
That's respect, man.
Yep.
It was good. Things were good when things were good.
Yeah.
Why can't things be good again?
Why can't we have nice things?
Why can't we have nice things?
That really is what it boils down to. Why can't we just have nice things?
Kevin, let's get a close-up on your drawing real quick just to see the color. There we go.
Nice.
Beautiful green color.
I don't even know what this bug is. It's just I just typed Galaxy Squad bugs, and that was the one that came up.
Hey, that's fine.
I don't know if you can see what I'm doing.
We can? Yes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wait, so you are doing the Batman Who Laughs, because it's got those spike eye things.
I accept the challenge. So
Nice. That is definitely not from the 66.
no, it is not. Well,
I must have missed that episode.
What I like doing is when people bring me things that don't exist as actual sets, and then you try and do them as if they are actual sets. I did another one of my cover reproductions that I did recently was someone wanted Youngblood #1. That was sort of cool to do partially because I didn't know who these characters were. So I had to look them up. And then I would look up reference on them, and I would find that they were never drawn the same way twice.
Oh, even better.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I've had that a couple times. I've had some work that was based on classic horror movie kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So again, I mentioned Nick earlier, who's in the chat. Ghost Frickin' Talkin'. He is my go-to horror movie expert because like the job will be like, draw Chucky. And I'm like, but Chucky's got like different outfits in every single film.
Yeah.
In this one, he's got missing hair. And in this one, he's got a missing eye. And in this one, he's pristine and perfect. Like, what's the one to do? Oh, use your judgment. I'm like, I've never seen these movies. Like, I don't know.
That's like I would have to decide that sort of thing for the Monster Atlas, because Chucky's in the Monster Atlas, and I'd have to decide what do I do, and what is the definitive version of that character.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Usually, it's the first result on Google image search, so that's probably the most popular one.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That wasn't always one. You're
That's
right.
true. It's not always true,
but
Sometimes it's a good assistance. Got these red. And so something that I'd like to also point out, because got to give credit when credit is due. This time, as opposed to pretty much every other doodle stream that I normally do here on Friday, I have handed over total control to Brian. So Brian is the one who is doing a good job switching screens up, so you guys can see just like in a natural flow. Because normally it's not super easy for me to be like, okay, draw, and sometimes look at the chat. Sometimes I don't have to because there's someone here helping me, and also switch the cameras around. So that you can thank him for his skills in making sure you guys are seeing what seems like the right thing to be seen at the right time.
Hey, listen, I'm not Timmy O'Hanlon of Beyond the Brick, but I'm doing what I can, man.
You're on your way. You're on
my way. And
we had so anybody that I don't, there can't be anyone that has no idea who Beyond the Brick is, but Beyond the Brick's been doing weekly live streams during all the quarantine and stay at home stuff, and there's been interesting secrets, I guess, that have been divulged during this time, such as Hanlons were O'Hanlon, and they dropped the O in the last name, and John Hanlon is actually Timothy Hanlon. Right. It's like, what? It's like,
so, and I realized, so just to tell everyone the story, I got so anytime there is a super chat on the Beyond the Brick streams, I end up getting that in the form of a gift card, because it started as a joke of like, hey, I'm going to go get lunch after this or whatever.
Yeah, I need to eat. Please feed me.
Right, yeah. And then they're like, no, yeah, whatever super chats we get during the quarantine cast, like, yeah, go, it's fine. So I'm like, all right, cool. And then I get a thing from Chipotle, and I was like, all right, on the outside, I'm like, Timothy Hanlon. I'm like, is that their father?
Yeah, who is this?
Who's Timothy Hanlon? And I open it. It's like, oh, thank you for your work with, Beyond the Brick, blah, blah, blah. And I messaged Joshua, and I'm like, who's Timmy? He's like, what? I'm like, who's Timmy? And he's like, yeah, it's John.
John.
What do you mean? So I guess their father's name is Timothy as well, so they just go with his middle name, John.
Yeah.
So John is actually Timmy, and I find out more about these people
every week
into the quarantine cast.
Every week, it's like your world is rewritten.
Right.
On the Brick.
Page. Joshua has a girlfriend. It's the O'Hanlons, not the Hanlons.
When did we learn that?
The last time there was a quarantine cast. We learned he has a girlfriend. And she's just as big of a nerd as he is when it comes to history. So all the secrets are pouring out, Kevin. I'm going to find out their social security number by the end of this. I promise you.
I saw in the chat, Reed said he got his, Hope Castle got his Patreon gift in the mail.
There you go.
Awesome. He's going to show that off tonight on his slot on the 72-hour stream. Very nice.
You should see the frog Patreon gifts. They're really good.
You do know because I sent you a message, but I was very delighted with that postcard in the mail, Greg.
Well, this way you're going to get an original, Greg Expo sketch. It's going to be really exciting.
Nice. It's all about those tangible rewards. That's what it is.
And then wait until next year. You'll get a Nunavut Day card.
Oh, nice.
Frog celebrates Nunavut Day, by the way. People that read my comic would know that.
They would know this, yes, indeed. And I've appreciated the color. I've appreciated the light coloring you've done on the last couple.
That was actually one of my Lego art directors said you should color these.
But it's like the way you go about it. I know that it's like simple and you're keeping timing in mind, but I feel like it matches it. Like,
that's the idea. One guy on Facebook criticized it, and I said he said, "Oh, your coloring matches your lettering," and I said, "Well, that's likeness. You learn that in art school, likeness." And that's the day that I colored that, I searched all day to get good watercolor brushes.
Yeah.
For Photoshop. So I put a lot of work into that to make it look like I'm not putting a lot of work into it.
Yeah.
Real quick, Greg, can you adjust the orientation just to show us like your progress so far, how it would normally look to when you get a second. Just so we can get a clear look what you're working on here. Yeah, there we go.
Nice.
Okay, there we go.
Gorgeous.
And in the chat, I see Family Bricks is here. He's another awesome artist in the community, which is Matt. Matt is going to be on my stream in 2 weeks, I believe. So he's my guest for the more routine Doodle Stream multiplayer where I invite one artist on with me. So he's actually going to be on in a couple weeks.
I can't wait for an invite.
Oh yeah,
me too.
You guys are definitely. Don't worry. The plan was already in motion to get you guys on. This seemed like a pretty fun little that'd be cool for the 72-hour thing. But I've got plans for the year because I do once a month. I invite one person on and we both draw together. So you were already in my wish list.
Cool.
The wish list of people to draw from.
Draw with.
Pun intended.
Right.
Pun.
Oh, draw. I didn't even realize that. Oh, there we go. Yep.
Brixomniac says it looks like I'm sitting in the sun. It's really not. I mean, it's not that bright.
Kevin.
Do you
Kevin.
disagree?
I
Yeah.
realize I'm covering up what I'm doing.
Everybody, patreon.com/MrHinkleDraws. Get this man some lights that are adjustable. Come on, chat. Let's go.
Yeah, these lights are. I put paper on top of them so that they, diffuse a little bit.
Nice.
Kevin, are those Prismacolor markers? These are Copic markers.
I can't get Prismacolor anymore at our art stores. I'm really annoyed about that because I like them.
As a brand, it's just gone?
Yeah, they're not carrying it anymore.
Do they have
a question, I guess, for all of you, topic to go on, as you're all drawing minifigures in your own unique style. How long does it take each of you to work on one piece? I'll start with Kevin, as he is the ringleader here. How long for one drawing like this?
Ringleader. So when I draw stuff like this, like the one I'm working on, little sketch card like this, 4x6, this is usually 30, 35 minutes. If I'm doing a digital piece, kind of like what Odin's working on, that usually is a lot longer. That could be, depending on how detailed, it could be like a 6-hour thing. So it just kind of depends. I try to jump back and forth between digital and traditional as much as I can, just so I don't get so I don't forget. I guess I'm I don't want to forget.
Fair, very fair.
But so yeah, for me, it can be as quick as 30 minutes, and it can take as long as 6 hours, maybe more if it's really, really complicated. If it's a digital piece of artwork and it's like maybe a minifig that's also got a backpack and items in both hands, and then it just gets more complicated because you're adding more things to it.
Right. And then what about for you, Paul? For one piece, what's typical?
Well, for these sort of commission portraits, hour, 2 hours, maybe 3 hours. I can work fast digitally, probably faster than I could do by hand. And I have forgotten how to work traditionally because I've not worked traditionally in so long.
Yeah,
I put away all my art supplies.
Right? It's a real thing. It's a real thing. It can happen.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm kidding. I don't know. I haven't tried, but I am probably rusty. Yeah.
It's a little bit like riding a bike, but you just have to do it to
Yeah.
For it to
well, you're talking about the Pantone, or was it Pantone? No, the Prismacolor markers, and I just realized I haven't been in an art store in probably a couple of years, so I wouldn't even know what they had. Jeez. So.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's just that the local store, the local chain store around here that's actually usually good, stopped carrying it.
Well, yeah. I don't know if they make them anymore, do they?
They have a website, although they don't sell on the website. They say find them at these places. They're of course all American places, so that's no use to me.
I love the way you say that. This is of no use to me.
It's of no use. And besides, I'm not going to go to Hobby Lobby.
Yeah.
Several times over my life, I have thought Hobby Lobby was out of business. I'm like, oh, that's still around? All right.
And so, Greg, what do you have for a timeline on your typical piece here?
I'm doing this kind of that convention, what I would call convention style.
Yeah.
I mean, when I'm at a convention, I can crank out probably 20 minutes to do a picture because it got to be fast. Usually I have a lineup too of kids, of jittery kids. So I want to be fast. But I always tell people when I do something at home, like the cover reproductions, they're going to take me like 3 days maybe, but I'm going to put like print quality. I'm going to do it as good as I would as if this was going to be like used for something.
Yeah.
Right.
So it takes longer. And so, yeah, it's usually about, I mean, I've had a lot of interruptions like on that Micronauts cover. I wish I could be further along. So it's taken a little bit longer, but the guy that is getting it has said, "Oh, take your time," which is a foolish thing to say to me.
Yeah, that is dangerous. It can be dangerous, right?
But yeah, convention styles. I mean, if you ordered a commission from me, even convention, on my convention paper, I'm going to put more into it just because I'm at my own desk. I'm not at a convention with all the convention nonsense going on. I don't have people coming by and saying, what do you even do? Why are you even here?
Who even are you?
Yeah, who are you? I had a guy a couple years ago at the Fan Expo show who is a guy that he's got a comic. I won't say what comic. I'm not sure who does it. It might be an image book or something, but he came by me and said, "Why are you even here? What do you do?"
Greg is like, I know it was years ago at this point, but one of the years you were at Brickworld in Chicago, I don't know, it might have been the last year you were there, but I had such fun just standing next to your table and just like listening to it, because I feel like you get into some of the most ridiculous conversations like that. And I just love hearing how you respond to all of it. It's so
I've got a friend who draws. He used to draw for The Simpsons, but we make it so that he and I always sit together at Fan Expo. But that's become like whoever, when you're getting to our table, whoever's there first, if someone's there already, the greeting is, "Why are you even here? What do you even do?"
Every time, right? Like when you see each other.
Every time. Seeing the guy who's got, I think it's an image book. Nobody was buying his books, but I had like a constant lineup of people.
Yeah.
So I think he was, mad because he's an important image guy and people are getting my cruddy drawings instead.
Why are you even here?
Are you sure that guy wasn't just trying to ask a deeply introspective question? He's like asking about your purpose on Earth. Why are we even here, you know?
Yeah, maybe it is my fault. I should have taken
He was like deeply looking for insight from you, and you just
any of us here.
You just turned him down like that. I can't believe it.
And real quick before we get to you, Odin, I think Paul, your camera is kind of wonked out. I don't know what happened there.
I think it went to sleep. Hold on.
There we go.
Oh, we got the little buffering circle.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Sorry.
Got to make sure everybody's in their chair, qualified, and looking real good on the camera right there. So
there you go.
Top quality.
There it is.
Top quality.
So Odin, how long does it take for you to put together a masterpiece such as Hugh Jackman with the abs?
Oh,
well, sculpting
Brian,
the abs can take days.
Right.
So,
It's like
but
chiseling
this is
marble.
no, but in all seriousness, yeah, it just completely depends on the piece. I mean, like this Hugh Jackman Wolverine, really most of the detail is in the face, because it's just a standard shirtless torso and then jeans. But for so that might take me, I don't know, for the whole thing maybe a few hours. Whereas maybe less. Whereas for something like Billy, it's not going to take me full days to work on, but I'll come back to it over the course of a few days because I just get so sick of working on it all at one time. As I'm sure you guys are familiar with.
I was literally just telling Brian that, or I was like, sometimes I just get sick of it. I'm like, can I just be done with this? Can I be done with this?
Yes. And I just sometimes I leave it for a week because I'm just like, oh my god, I just cannot stand to look at that bloody drawing anymore. But anyway, so some of those can take I don't know, 10 hours, 12 hours, longer than that. Some can take full days spread over the course of a week or whatever of working on. But I enjoy it, so it's worthwhile for me.
Shane in the chat says Brian equals the director. Absolutely.
Not to toot my own horn, but yes.
What's funny though, earlier I saw, I think it was Family Bricks said, Sans, why are you even here? Our dear friend Sans. Hello, Sans.
One thing that you said about shirtless Hugh Jackman there that makes me think.
That's what you took away from that, is it?
I did. And Paul might understand, but when you get people that want portraits, because I always get at conventions people coming by with their kids and they want to get their kids drawn as Lego and all that.
Yeah.
And I look at their kids and they're so boring.
Yes.
Really, like the typical Lego face would do it. And
Yeah.
I feel bad about, 2 eyes and a smile, and that's it, because it's a boy that has, short pre-cut hair, and what can you do?
Yeah.
And it's like, what do I do to make this interesting? Can I punch you so you have a scar at least? And they always
I
say,
think next. Sorry, you go ahead.
when the family brings girls, because they always got hair, so you can do the hair like correct.
That can be like a defining trait.
But these 8-year-old boys with short blonde hair and not even freckles, like they've got nothing. At least if they had glasses on, you could do something that makes it look like them. So I always like cringe when those people come by.
You just sell like a print of a generic blonde kid and then, put stickers over for the glasses and then freckles and then, whatever.
A magnet board. They can just
exactly.
shop it out themselves.
Yep.
I know. That's yes.
See,
Now
what
you
you do
even
then,
hear-
though, I've been there, but what you do is just ask them like what their favorite theme, and it's almost always Ninjago. So you just put a ninja hood on them, right? You don't even have to draw their mouth. You just go, hey, look, you're a ninja.
This is a confirmation from a teacher building with Steve that some kids are just boring. And you know what? That's okay to accept. That's fine.
I agree. Don't you dare say that about my kid, though.
Hey, Kevin, your kids are decent. All right, there,
If you always have to like pause.
The opposite of it, like 1 year, it was at Brick World. This mom came by and she was hot. And she wanted a picture of herself as Lego. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And I'm like, I feel really weird about staring at you so that I can draw you. But I couldn't wait to get that one done because I was just like, this is really weird. But anyway.
Wait. So now we're going, oh, creepy artist. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's the new meaning.
We missed it. That was the story. That was. Oh man, my Brickhead feeling. My kids are pretty boring.
Hey, you said it, not us. You said it.
Alyssa says, "I feel attacked as a former boring kid."
I wish I could relate. I was always so special and unique all the time.
Oh, absolutely. I didn't even need to know you as a kid to know you were one of those.
Yeah, I had a giant head and a love for Pokemon. You could pick me out of a crowd anywhere. You could pick me out of a crowd now just based on those traits alone.
I'll tell you a funny story.
You a kid who has really short hair in Lego.
Yes, I was one of them as well. I had the I had the hair that kind of I'll put myself on the screen. It went like this, like there was like two arches right here before I just, but my mother like would correct it to look like that. So I don't know if there's a hair piece that looks like a
correct
W. I don't know.
I feel like I'm definitely not alone where it's just like, why is it that everybody that wants me to draw them has a hair that Lego has not made?
Yeah.
I don't mind making
Have you considered shaving your head?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Hey.
Someone's gonna walk up and they're gonna have this like giant round stud on the top of their hat. They go, you know what? I've been waiting for this moment my whole life.
Yeah.
Like here you go. Done. Complete.
But at least with I used to try and always match people to a hairpiece that existed.
Yeah.
But now at least with like friends and various other things, there's a lot more hair pieces. So now I don't feel bad about just making it up to be what the person is.
Sure. All right, so I finished the color on this. I'm just gonna let it dry for a minute, and then I'm gonna ink it. So here's that guy.
Ooh, that's a beautiful looking bug.
Well, thank you. I still don't know what the name of it is. It probably has a name. It's a Lego character. It's got a name.
So are you working within colors that you? So did you restock on markers? Are you good? You have everything?
Yeah, so they're so expensive. I just order what I need. Or usually what I do is I'll order a new marker when I've done a piece where I could have used that color and I didn't have it. So, for example, like specifically light blue, I didn't have light blue, and I needed to draw the characters from Rick and Morty. I don't watch Rick and Morty, so I don't know anything about it, but the doctor, the guy with like the lab coat on, and he has blue hair, right? He's got like light blue hair.
He does, yes.
And I did not have light blue. So I kind of finagled it and I used like a light gray. And so then as soon as I was done with that job, I was like, okay, order blue for next time.
Yeah.
So I ordered blue. So that's kind of how I go about it. I kind of, slightly screws over the person I'm working on at the moment, but I make it work.
Yeah, totally.
So that's how I acquire the colors I have. Cause I mean, each one of these markers is like $8 each. Of course, I'm always looking for coupons and stuff, and signed up for all the Michaels sale emails and stuff like that. And I use them every time there's a sale. I will use it. It's like, 50% off one item. I'm like, good. I'm going to get another marker for $4.
There you go. So are you still taking a suggestion, or you still got something in mind?
I'm going to finish this, and then I'll take another suggestion.
Can I toss my bias in there?
What are you looking for?
And then maybe, just maybe, almost definitely, I would buy it off you.
Go on.
Well, I mean, not to be that guy. I have all of this Lego Super Mario stuff back here. I would love for you to draw that Mario. I'm just saying, man. I would.
Oh, that Mario.
Yes, that one. I will guaranteed buy it off of you if you choose to. You can do what you want, but
if you choose.
Just saying, throwing it out there.
I was thinking about drawing that Mario.
Well, if you draw it right now, I'll give you money for it.
I will take that strong consideration.
Okay. And I guess that's a thing to keep in mind in the chat here. If you would probably guarantee buy it, I think Kevin has a lot more incentive to do anything you suggest to him.
So this is
I thought mine was a guaranteed sale.
Yeah, yours is with the up.
No, Greg, not this one. The first one you had on screen. That's the guaranteed sale.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Brickhead Family says buying the vote, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Did you see the patron gift I made? This was a little while ago, Brian, but it was like a Lego Super Mario jumping on.
I did, yes, and that was fantastic.
I actually referenced the head from the Connects figure.
Totally.
Because I think they did a really good job. I'm like, no, that's it. There it is. That's what it needs to be.
And that's exactly what they would do if there was a Lego Super Mario minifigure. It wouldn't be a minifigure head with the printing. It would totally be a molded piece, and you got it perfectly. I'm like, I wish I got that, but hey, it's fine.
It's you got the mouse.
Right. I got the Hey, I got this right here. So this is by far one of the best pieces of art I've ever gotten. So in case just side tangent, in case anybody doesn't know, I've had mice in my office previously, and they're probably going to come back. But Kevin drew the mouse in my office holding Brikx O'Brien, saying hello, Brian, and it's a big giant buff mouse.
You said, what was your exact phrase? You said, I would like you called it like a Harvard League or Ivy League jacked mouse or something.
Yes.
Like, you had a term.
Because the mice have avoided anything that it took to alleviate them from my premises, and they're dodging things and going around it. Like, these mice are so smart that they went to an Ivy League school, Harvard, Yale, got the PhD and everything. So I said, hey, if you want to get the buff mouse, that would be my patron gift.
My favorite part of that is like the really tiny you flailing. I can see your arms flailing.
Yes, 100%, and that's totally accurate. And I love the style that you did Brikx O'Brien in. It's fantastic. So love it.
Family Bricks, draw that new Mario, but with the batteries turned off.
With dead eyes? Is that the idea?
Dead eyes, the dead soulless eyes. Sigh.
So I love that art. Thank you again, Kevin.
Oh, thank you for joining the Patreon club.
There we go. And I mean, Cece has the right idea here. You put your PayPal link in the chat so people can prepay, so you get even more commissions that way, and it's an even longer queue.
You're right. It just never ends.
Perfect.
I mean, it's a great problem to have.
Right, it is. Paul, do you have something for us? What do you got going on?
Well, I'm just doing a callback where you say how kids are boring. I wanted to show a picture of my kid at Comic-Con. So if you want to, okay. So one on the right is my son. He ran into a guy cosplaying as him.
This is real?
That's awesome.
No, I mean, he wasn't cosplaying as him. They literally were standing next to each other.
What?
My younger son went, oh my God, they had the same pants, the same shirt. They're both like video guys. They're both in Drumline. Just a randomly met a guy. I'm like,
that's amazing.
I'm like, hey, son, this means you're not unique. You're boring as hell.
That's awesome.
That's awesome.
So, yeah.
Fantastic.
Hey, look, at least you could reuse the commission later. You just make a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
But seriously, what are the odds of that? Like,
right.
That's
incredible.
That wasn't the same Comic-Con that you had your table you didn't sit at, was it?
No, that was more recent.
You've gone many times, right? Because you're there, like that's local for you.
Yes, ish. But yeah, I've gone every year since 1990.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
They're doing something this year, like at home, right? Like Comic-Con at home or something.
So they say. I mean, every convention's doing that. Yeah. Right. So. Yeah.
Because I saw something. Like some of the artists and stuff I follow were starting to advertise that they were getting ready for that. I was like, oh, okay. All right.
Well, this might be sacrilegious, but to be perfectly honest, I hate Comic-Con.
That was the sound of a million screams.
Yeah, well, but I just hate it.
I think it's just one of those things where if you've never been, right, it's just like this holy grail experience that you're like, I got to go one day in my life, which is where I'm at. I've never been in my life. Like, oh man, I'd love to go one day. But
dude, I'll set you up with passes anytime you want to go.
Oh, well. Oh, okay. On that. Oh, well. Look at that. My schedule freed up.
Yeah, I'm saying.
Once we get back to the normal times again, hopefully.
Exactly. When there is a Comic-Con again.
When it happens, that'd be sweet. But yeah, I feel like people that go more often, or they've checked it off the list, right? They've gone, and then it seems like it's a little bit of a different experience then.
Yeah, I've gone a lot, and I'm now at the age. I'm that old fart that goes. In my day, Comic-Con was so much better,
Mm-hmm.
Because it was a quarter of the size, and it was not crowded, and I could get a hotel room on a whim the night before, like in the convention hotel. So, right there, and then I could walk down the hallway or the path and it wouldn't be crowded. I could see like all these comic artists I'm fans of and be like, oh, hey, look, it's that guy. Hey, it's that guy. And now it's just this nightmare.
It's the Marvel booth, the Funko booth, Lego. It's, you know, the big pop culture stuff, not comics.
No, I don't mind that. It's just the crowds. You're like penned in, you know, shoulder to shoulder with hygienically challenged people. It's not a fun
hygienically challenged. I just call them like weirdos that smell, but I like that a lot more. It's a lot, you know, more professional.
So, and then it's just exhausting and grueling. And
yeah, see, look, what CC says in the chat is perfect. I would love to go to Comic-Con to get the chance to hate it. Like that's it right there. It's perfect.
And you know what? And that's why I get, as a pro, I get like passes every year. So, I mean, technically, I'm not supposed to, you know, like let other people use them, but I'll let you use them, Kevin.
Nice. Yeah.
I'm reporting you.
Like, and done. Oh, no,
unless you have another free pass, that is.
And a flight from Australia to go with it.
Hey. Yeah,
well,
I mean, that's got to be expensive.
Oh, yeah.
Well, that being said, the only reason I do go to Comic-Con still, like, I actually only go Wednesday nights, which is preview nights, which is not technically when Comic-Con starts, but they open it up at the night during the night. But I go not because I want to go to Comic-Con, but because I have Australian friends who come every year to Comic-Con, and we have dinner Wednesday night on preview night down there. So I go down there to have dinner with them. But since you're down there and you have a pass, you're like, all right, I'll go inside. But
right, I guess so.
Yeah. But, you know, but if it weren't for Australians, I wouldn't go at all.
See, there you go.
Yeah.
Good job, Australia.
Well, that's wonderful to hear. Look what Australia's done. They've got Chris Hemsworth's abs and Hugh Jackman's abs and friends at Comic-Con.
Yeah. Well, Australians are the best.
Absolutely. That's on my list, too, one day. Australia.
Yeah.
I'm just afraid everything that's living is going to kill me because of how...
No, just for humans. That's pretty much
just
it.
the humans, right? Not the kangaroos are going to knock my teeth out.
No, I wouldn't worry about the kangaroos so much. It's the little things you can't see that might be in your room and under your bed and then in your sheets. Those are the things that will kill you. You know?
Yes.
So don't get paranoid, though.
I'll try not to. I'll keep it in mind.
Oh, what did you write on his chops there? Blard?
Beard, because I've got to remind myself to come back to them because I don't like them very much.
Okay, I was like, Blard? What is that?
Well, that could be part of the final design if you guys like it a lot. So I don't know. I'm taking suggestions here.
You could turn it to flesh and then it like the same skin tone, so it like got shaved into the.
There's this pattern in the new movie. Yes, beard, just so that it's clear for all the fans.
Just so you know. Yeah.
Beard
Brian,
abs.
So, Ken says I've been there twice and he survived. So there you go. Confirmation.
You're lucky because compared to Family Bricks experience with all plants, animals out to kill you: snakes, crocodiles, sharks, bugs, jellyfish, spiders, everything.
Did you say a box?
Box jellyfish.
Oh, box jelly. Okay, I thought like a box.
I mean, cardboard boxes, they're lethal too, man.
Oh, hey, there's nothing worse than a cardboard cut. That's like
yes, that is
four paper cuts at the same time. It's like, oh,
deadly there. So Kevin, how close are you to complete? You're doing the outlines now.
Yeah, pretty close.
Cool, awesome.
Although I keep forgetting about all the detail on the like torso. There's a lot of stuff that I need to draw in there.
Right. And with your drawing, Paul, are you going to go for like the refined version of the lizard, or are you going to do like as if she did the drawing on the board, that style?
Well, I'm going to try to do my version of a Lego stylized lizard on top, but then I'm going to try to do her drawing of her lizard.
There we go. All right. Yeah. All right. I like it. There's
so many levels. It's so great.
It's some being meta.
Yes, exactly. And then draw a little box around her entirely with StreamYard at the top, and then
we go into the full. Everyone's like
metaverse, right?
All everybody's images in the stream.
Yep. Odin with the broken one, the broken white box in the corner.
That's so weird that it's broken like that.
Yeah, I don't know, because I know you can change it when you come into the room. So maybe if it's swapped out, but it's fine.
I have noticed that sometimes people's comments, when you highlight a comment in StreamYard and it puts it on the screen, later on when I'm watching it, some of those people's icons are just like broken JPEG files.
Right.
But they were there in the stream. I saw them. Like there was no issues showing the comment, but later on it oh no, it didn't show. Why? That's weird.
CC was asking what happened to Greg. Greg has been gone for at least 45 to 50 minutes. He's not in his chair, but
Yeah,
he's here.
He's right there. There he is.
Am I here?
He's not here. He's here.
He's there. He's on site B.
Yeah. Hey, look, I'm back.
There he is.
But there's my drawing.
Yeah, it's all the way over there.
Nice.
What's in his hand? Is that a comic book? No, it's a
That's
card.
card.
I gotcha. I just needed to look at the up arrow. I needed to reorientate myself.
Here, let me.
There he is. There it goes.
Super cool. And what's that? Barbed wire or chain?
Yeah. Well, it's a chain. The picture I'm using as reference, he's holding a chain.
Nice.
But there's kind of a Lego barbed wire element, isn't there? Or a
There
chain?
is.
I can't
Well,
remember.
Yeah.
That's what it reminded me of when I first saw it. I thought it was the barbed wire element. Chris says Greg is napping. It's time for It's nap time for Canadians. He was just drawing on the other.
Yeah.
The other plate.
I was busy.
When I first posted the social teaser, Chris was like, "Greg Hyland owes me money." I was like, "Oh, good." Make sure you say that to him, and he did. Perfect.
Adorable. Need to get a pet wallaby in my life. Yeah, all the animals, and there's still so many animals that Lego hasn't done yet to create and choose from. Like I know they've done like a gecko before, but not this kind of lizard, right?
Right.
Yeah. No.
Yeah. Wallaby would be great. They've
There's
never
a
done a
chameleon
kangaroo.
kind of thing.
When is the Lego kangaroo coming out? Please.
I have been saying for years that they should go back to farm animals, but that's just me. Like that seems like an easy go to. And then they had ostriches once in terms of those type of exotic animals, but not kangaroos ever, man. I don't know why.
You just need to get some more Australians in the design department to lobby.
I'm working on it, guys. I'm trying.
Hey, yeah, you get one step closer every time you start working on these abs, man. Getting there.
The designers will be tuning in just for this.
Exactly, right. They know.
But they
There
should
are
do
actually-
What's that?
Monday
There
morning.
are-
Did you see the abs that guy did?
There are a lot of Australian designers, though, aren't there?
There's there's so many countries that are represented. There definitely are some Australian designers there. But I think about for example, if you look at all the the British and UK stuff, there's a lot of British designers in there.
Right.
So you can see the influence when there's more people at the table, so to say.
Right.
Chris says Brick Fair 2003 or 2004 when Greg was there. Honestly, one of the most fun times I've ever had at a con. Bust the gut laughing all day. Yeah, just stand next to Greg. That's all you need to do. It's so funny.
Zebrix in the chat wanted me to ask. I mean, you could have asked Paul yourself, but if Paul ever did any Chima art for Lego, because Zebrix is the Chima brand ambassador for Lego.
I did. Actually, I did 1 or 2 comics for the Lego Club magazine. I can't remember. I think 2. Yeah.
It's a quarterly now, right? Is that what it is? It's a quarterly thing?
I guess. Yeah, and I haven't done any work for them for a long time. Since the layoffs, they totally reshuffled all the design staff there. So I don't know anyone anymore.
Yeah. I hear that.
At Lego?
Yeah.
Somebody contacted me last year and gave me a storyboard to draw, and then they said, "We're going to have lots of work for you."
And then nothing.
The old we're gonna.
That's what they all say.
I did the storyboard, and
They all say go.
they wanted to know if I could draw real people, because they said our commercials are going to have a lot more real people in them. And I said, yeah, that's fine. I could do that. And they wanted me to do a test, and I did a little test with real people, and they were like, yep, that's perfect. And I said, and besides, I drew a lot of storyboards with real people when they did their like dads commercials, the building with dads. I did a lot of those. So I sent them that, and I said, see, there's how I draw real people. And they said, yep, that's perfect. Here's a Batman commercial for you, and we're going to have tons more. And
Nothing.
yeah, I did it, and that was it.
All
And
right.
yeah, pretty much don't know anybody who's there.
Number 1 is complete.
There we go.
Nice.
So I'm ready for some more suggestions. I don't know if I'll do maybe I'll do the Mario one.
You listen. You were the biggest advocate for Mario and Lego, and now when it comes down to brass tacks, you're not going to draw it, Kevin. I
do want to draw them.
Yeah.
I know you enough that I know if I drew it later, that it would be still.
You'll still get my money regardless.
It'll
Well, you're
still be
right.
well received as opposed
Yeah,
to the viewers right now.
Yeah.
Kevin, were you the biggest advocate for Mario at Lego?
I was pushing hard for years and years and years and years.
Good man.
What was also interesting, though, really, really interesting, is when I first moved to corporate in Infield in 2011, I was handed a box. So it's a little bit of a windy trail there, but I was handed a box that said, "Here's the stuff that was at your predecessor's desk." And I was like, okay. It was like one banker box, and that was the stuff that was at Steve's desk. And so I went through it. There wasn't a lot of like personal stuff. It was like, all like random printouts of emails and stuff like that. But there was a official pitch document in there from Nintendo of America to Lego.
What?
And it was dated like several years prior. It was dated like 2006, I think. And clearly never at that point, it never went anywhere. But I remember looking through it, and it had like a printout of the whole PowerPoint presentation that clearly someone from Nintendo had come to Lego and had given this out to a whole, meeting room full of people. And it had like, this is why these two brands should work together. And I was like, what? This was in your like arsenal back then, and you did nothing with it. But yeah, there was several times where I was seeding as much as I could to as many people as I could. I mean, I don't take full credit by any means, but I was just like, hey, you want?
No, I know, but you advocated still.
I did totally.
If that pitch had gone through, we would have had Lego Mario for 10 years already.
Yeah.
You think of that?
Yeah.
I don't want to think about that, man.
Well, and in one of the notepads, it's long been used and discarded, but one of the notepads that I took from them was a Nintendo branded, like one of these, like these little sketch pads. They had given that had Nintendo branding on it that was in that little packet. So I was like, oh, well, I got a new notepad, so I'll use this. But it was like, wow, man, they were throwing themselves at Lego like forever ago. Okay.
Was it in my keynote, the thing about Zelda, when the Zelda Ideas thing hit 10,000?
I don't think so.
I just remember, like, I actually had, again, Comic-Con, had dinner with a brand manager at one Comic-Con, and she told me the story about when it, like, all the fans assumed that Nintendo didn't want to give Lego the license to Zelda.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is seeming familiar.
Yeah, but it's actually the opposite. Lego turned them down.
Yeah.
That the day after the Zelda project on Ideas passed 10,000, Nintendo called Lego and said, "Okay, let's do this." And Lego said no.
Mm-hmm.
And like fans never believe that. They think,
Right.
Like-
But why would they turn down money? You know, it's just like, well, yeah.
Right.
I think that so Odin's looking at these hair options
Yep.
for Wolverine. I mean, that in my head, it's definitely that like old Dracula hair. Like that's what it is.
I feel like
Yeah, I remember it as the Joker hair. In
Oh,
green.
yeah.
It was, but it was Dracula hair first.
It was Dracula hair first for sure. It's kind of like Elements, right? Like you whatever its first use was in is now what it is in your brain. Like, oh, it's always going to be a lightsaber blade, even though it's been used for railing and all kinds of other stuff.
Yes, yeah. So, but I don't know. Is it too comical? I mean, his hair is pointy like that, but it's so
It is
exaggerated. This piece,
Yeah.
it's so exaggerated, like the Widow's Peak is.
Maybe if the points were a bit more like, instead of being way out here, if they're in more and then there is a rounded part on the top, I would say go more with the right style for the hair between like left and right in terms of the images like that to me for Logan makes more sense. But
What
I
if
don't know,
Doc in the chat says he has a neighbor that got rid of his lawn? It's now just wood chips. So he just sits in his lawn chair amongst the wood chips. Wild. Okay, I need another suggestion from the chat for another character to draw.
real quick for Odin, what about the Doctor Strange hair for
Oh, that's a great idea. That's perfect.
there you go, Jeff.
And it's got that little curl, I think, right?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I can't remember. I can't envision what his hair was. I have to
Well, he had two different hairs. In the original set, which is the Sanctum Sanctorum, he had I don't know what it's called, but it was like the one where it's up and swept to the right, and it's the very generic, like, male hair off the face. And then in the new one, hold on, I'm about to...
Yeah.
So here we go. Here's the original one.
Yeah.
This one.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
that's the original one. That's what I'm referring to. I guess it's sort of swept off to either side.
Oh, that's
but
the.
it's like a pulled back weird. I don't know how to describe it.
They also used
there's
it
that
for
one,
the collector and the
Yes,
in white. Yeah.
and Joker as well. There you
Oh.
go. Yes, in the 2012 sets and stuff like that.
Larry, he's your new cash cow, Kevin. You need to practice. What, drawing Deadpool? I keep drawing Deadpool. It seems like that's the thing. That's the baby Yoda of the moment. Is Deadpool's.
I do a lot of Deadpool.
Yeah, so Odin, I'd go with the Doctor Strange on the right, that Joker hair.
Yes,
that's where it's at.
yeah. Fantastic.
Not that you need my guidance, but just my opinion.
No, I
Just
think that's perfect. That looks great. Thank you for the guidance, everybody.
Oh, you know what? I think I'm going to go with Robin. Robin was a pretty good idea. I don't think I've ever drawn Robin before.
You've really never drawn Robin?
I
Wow.
don't think so. At least not in Lego form. And yeah, make sure you guys, if you got any questions for anybody,
Yeah.
throw them
totally.
out
Yes, please ask.
there. What's
These
up,
are
Roger?
they're all very qualified artists who obviously know what they're doing. So if you want to ask anybody anything pertaining to anything, now's your time.
Ask anybody.
Well, I wouldn't go as far to say that I know what I'm doing.
Excuse me. Look at those abs, Odin.
Look
Hello?
Oh, the abs don't lie. You're absolutely right.
They speak for themselves, man.
I'm sorry, Ken. Ken's like, fine, draw Robin then.
Question from Fazoom. Greg, do you still do board game stuff?
I wish I did. I keep talking every now and then to Steve Jackson, and they're always like, we're looking for a good project for you, and then it hasn't happened. There was one game that they had me on that they wanted this game to become the new Munchkin, that it would be like multiple, it would continue on, and then I would be the guy, the way that John Kovalik's like the Munchkin guy. And we worked on that. I designed the characters. I won't say what it is. And then kind of nothing's really happened about it, which is too bad because I really wanted them to give me my own game.
Mm-hmm.
Games that I did with them that I thought can become my own never took off. So I'm the kiss to death. Maybe that's why they don't want me.
John Y just saying hi before I go back to sleep. Thanks for stopping by, John. Appreciate it.
Have a good sleep.
48 people watch. So this is definitely a record for most people watching my streams ever. That's for sure. And I definitely attribute that to the awesomeness that is the 42-hour stream and the continuous party hopping from channel to channel. Probably also the awesome guests I have too, I think. Let's see. Quarren Teacher Mama says, what is Paul working on? He is actually drawing one of our earlier guests. I can't change the screen. Wait for Brian to pop back in a second. Let's see. Doc, I voted. I think I voted to off him. Oh, there we go. There's that's all good. There's what Paul was working on there just a second ago. There we go. And she might pop back in when her class is done. I told her to not, overextend herself. It's like you don't need to go from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. But Kevin, nice to see you make it this year. You know what? Yeah, so the joke earlier, I think you were looking at that, Brian. So last year I agreed to be one of the participating channels, and I signed up, and I had a time slot, and I accidentally, my fault, no one else's, also agreed to go down there and visit with Joey in Jersey.
I remember that actually, yeah.
Exact same time, exact same day. And I was like, oh no, one of these people is going to be disappointed. And Joey was already planning like tangible things, like here's a place we're going to sleep. And here, I'm like, I can't cancel that. Yeah. Like I got to cancel the live stream thing, but I tried to give as much notice as possible. I gave Chop, I want to say it was at least a week. I know some people back out like within days, if not hours of their slot. But I made it this year. I didn't overcommit to anything. I can learn. I'm capable of learning. Okay. I'm capable of learning. So I'm working on Robin. I'm going to go with the, because Greg was already talking earlier about Adam West. I'm going old school Burt Ward Robin.
Oh, I was going to do that.
Were you really?
Well, if you want, I was going to say we will have a Robin off.
A Robin off.
A Robin, but if you're doing the Burt Ward, then that's cool.
I thought it would be a nice, comparison to the Batman that you did, which is a lot more modern. Let's see, a virtual run with Hinkle and BFAB as they both talked about. Yeah. I mean, I was exercising before the world shut everything off. I have been awful about it since then.
I did, maybe some people have seen this because I have it online, but I did a Batman 66 kind of like poster that I sell as a print. And I'll see if I can find it.
Yeah, for sure. Definitely.
But I was at a con, and one of the guests was Burt Ward. And one of the other guys who was there sorry.
That's okay. I'll take this question while you're looking that up. With the Mario sets, will we be seeing a review of the rest from you as well? I can confirm. Yeah. Right back over there. There it all is right there. So I got that yesterday, and I'm actually going to be building that live on stream on my Twitch channel tomorrow at 1 p.m. if anybody wanted to stop by. I know the 72-hour thing is still going, so in case you want to see some Mario stuff, there's that too. But yeah.
Blaze over on Twitch says a Robin off. That sounds dirty.
It does. Totally does.
Blaze.
Look, a wild Megan has appeared.
Oh, hey, welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Good to be back.
How was the class?
The class was good. It went a tad over, as can happen when everyone's talking about what they've built. But yeah, no, it was good.
Well, you actually have arrived in a wonderful time. You could see what Paul's been working on while you've been
Oh, cool.
teaching.
That's awesome.
It's so funny.
Oh, right on, Paul. Yes, and you've got Snickerdoodle's snarky personality up there too. Good job.
Looking away, not looking forward, looking away.
Looking
Look away.
Sometimes down, like, I don't know if that's me or not. I'm not a Lego.
That's awesome. Well, yeah, it's been pretty good. We got a ton of people watching and commenting and throwing questions out. Odin's been working on a Hugh Jackman Wolverine with abs, I should say, with abs. There's the abs.
Nice.
Abs present. That's been pretty good. Greg finished up a Batman from the Batman Who Laughs. If you know that one with the spiky eyes, he's got like a collar over his eyes.
Oh, nice.
Oh, and here's the. He was just mentioning this. So you said that's a print you sell. Right?
That's a print I sell. I actually use it. I use it as my back banner for conventions.
Oh, that's nice. Yeah.
Well, but I did that art primarily because Lego had told me they knew that I liked the Adam West Batman, and they had told me about a year and a half before it happened that we think there's going to be something happening.
Right.
We think we're going to do this. Though originally they were trying to do a Batmobile. Instead, they did the Tumbler.
Yeah.
But they said that was going to be the 66 Batmobile set instead, and it'll come with Adam West figures. It'll be awesome. And they said, we're going to be doing this, like I said, about a year and a half before anything happened. And then when pictures of the Batcave set first started coming out, they told me, oh, yeah, we're doing it. And I said to them, okay, here's my pitch. How about we do a stop motion cartoon for it, like promo thing, like we had done lots of before. And I said, I'll write it and I'll storyboard it. And they said, yeah, that'll be awesome.
And that was the last we ever heard from them.
Well, they passed it on to the next person up the line. And they said, yeah, that's awesome. That'll be great. That'll be, and I started working on a story outline that worked in all the characters that come with the sets and how it would happen. And I roughly started to make it up, and then went to the next person up the line, and they said, yeah, that's awesome. We have absolutely no budget to do it.
Oh.
And I said,
No
so
budget.
I was really into, I want to draw that Adam West Batman anyway. So I made that art as a print. And then in the meantime, I became friends with a guy who has a reproduction 66 Batmobile.
Oh, sweet.
Which was very cool because he took me for a ride in it, which was great, going around town. And everybody looks at you, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, yeah.
So he was at a convention with the Batmobile, and Burt Ward was a guest at the convention. They were kind of set up together. So this guy bought that original artwork, and he said, I want to get you to sign it, and I want to get Burt Ward to sign it. And I thought, okay, that's really cool. And, come over so you can sign it at the same time as Burt Ward, that you'll both be there together. And I was like, okay, awesome. Burt Ward did not at all want to be at this convention. He wanted nothing to do with it. And he just kind of looked at the artwork, the original artwork, and he went, I like it.
So real quick in the chat, Golden Light Picture says, so is this going to go all day? So this particular stream is going to go on for about another 45 minutes. The 72-hour stream as a whole obviously is going to go on all the way until midnight Sunday. And the
How
central,
many hours?
it's in total it's 72.
Whoa.
The central time zone is kind of that's the focal time that the whole thing is like scheduled around. So
That's
if you go
almost like a whole day.
one whole day,
I'd say more than one.
yeah,
You don't do math.
if you're on,
You're not here to do math.
if you're on YouTube, if you go to the description, I've got the full schedule, so you can see all the different channels that are participating, including Legolamaniac's channel, which is after mine. So he will be starting his live stream at 1. So you can kind of keep the party going all weekend long. It'll just keep going, and it's a lot of fun, and it's a good way to, kind of just be obsessed with Lego, I guess, for the entire week, the entire 3 days. And everybody's kind of taking a different approach to it. So, some people are, focusing on artwork like this stream, and also Family Bricks he's hosting like a Pictionary stream later. And then some people are building, some people are sorting, some people are just talking about what they collect. So it is just, totally Lego centric for a few days.
Sounds fantastic.
And
That's
we are
so
currently
cool.
10 hours in. Doc has given us the math.
Oh, that looks
And
great.
this has happened for many years. I think this is like year 5 or something. But from what I've heard, the story is that it started off as a 24-hour stream. It's like, all right, for 24 hours, let's just talk Lego and we'll have a lot of fun. And then they said, well, we got to up the ante the next year. So the next year they bumped it to 48 hours. And then that one was successful. And then the next year they said, well, we got to up the ante. So they bumped it up to 72 hours. And then it has sat at 72 hours, I hear, for like at least 3 years, because they're like, we don't want to go more than 72 hours. We're good.
That's hilarious.
But yes, it's not one particular person hosting it, but each person takes a different turn, and then everybody has a different length of time as well. Some people are, popping in for an hour. They'll do an hour stream. Some people are doing 3, 4, 5. It just kind of varies on what you would like to commit yourself to. But thank you guys.
Like I say, if I didn't have that class, I would have run the whole time. This has been great.
Well, thanks to Paul. It's like you've been here we've been looking at you.
Oh, thank you, Paul. That's fabulous. I have to get a copy. I'd love a copy of that. That would be so ace for the studio.
I already sent it to you over Messenger.
Oh,
Sweet.
Excellent.
And we got Blaze and Doc are holding it down over in the Twitch chat. Thank you, guys. It is streaming to both. I've got this streaming on YouTube and Twitch. I don't think I could be mistaken. I don't think many other channels. This is primarily a YouTube event, so I think most of the other channels will only be on YouTube.
I've got to get out of my building brain and back into my sketching brain.
Switch gears.
Well, yeah, because see, basically what happens is usually we get about a half hour to build to the building word of the day, which comes magically random out of the building brick. So I build along at the same time, so I don't know what I'm going to be building. So here's an example.
Let's see.
There's an example. So this is a little 30-minute build. There's Benny's lava cruiser ship there. So yeah, it's fast and loose and fun. Here's another one from earlier in the week. This is a little manga wolf.
Was that today or no?
What?
Was that today? Is that what you did today or no?
No, this is what I did yesterday.
Okay.
Today I built a microscale sequoia redwood tree, which is over on my building desk, which went away to swap the easel in.
That's all good.
I can't reach it. This is one of my favorites. This guy's still together. Built this guy about a month ago. This is Blue Thorn.
Look at those eyes. Eyes like dinner plates.
Yes. So that was a good one. But yeah, those are all my 30-minute builds on the desk here.
Nice. Very nice.
It's it's super fun. And it's random. I never know. So it pushes me just as much as everybody else, because we all end up with something at the end of class.
And where can people enroll if they wanted to?
So that is, they can enroll in outschool.com, and they can find all my class listing stuff on my teacher profile, or also on my Meg's Outschool on Facebook. That's where all that stuff sits.
Very nice. Blaze heading out. Thanks for being here, Blaze. Appreciate it. Buttchop says, I absolutely love Megan. There you go. You got a new fan. Buttchop 2021.
Well, thank you.
Buttchop is, again, credit where it is due, is the one who organized this whole shindig for the 72-hour stream.
Oh, fantastic.
So he also will probably be in most, if not everybody's streams, which is a totally different feat of itself. But he'll be usually lurking. We're back at this lighting. There's the Burt Ward Robin coming together.
Nice.
But yeah, he for his second year, he's been organizing, wrangling all the cats as it is.
Yes, and cats can be quite challenging to wrangle. I certainly know that from my Lego days.
Daily Brick says, I read that Lego Adventures book a while back and it was great.
Oh, well, thank you, Daily Brick. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Fantastic.
Oh,
It's
there's
been a lot of fun.
that's the Youngblood reproduction I did.
It's
I
been
like
quite the adventure.
the face on that big guy back there. I don't know his name.
Bad Rock.
What is it?
Bad Rock.
Oh, bad. He got a funny look.
Awesome.
I like his face.
He looks pretty bad.
Well, Greg, I can say with all sincerity that your cover is better than the original artist.
Oh, Rob's a good guy.
So what do you think, Paul? Are you gonna do another one, or are you gonna chill out for a little bit? What's your plan? We've got what do we got for time? We got 40 minutes left.
Well, because of peer pressure, I'm gonna do a
Peer pressure.
Robin.
Oh, is this happening?
Well, everybody's drawing Robin today.
We're gonna all draw Robin. Well, I mean, that wasn't the original plan, but it might become the plan.
Well, and I'm also just showing all my cards. I cheat, so there you go.
No, that's all. That's how you
Hey,
do it.
Hey, remember
saving
being
time and
efficient.
accuracy.
Yes. Yes, we call it being efficient.
I
But
call
most
it
people
being
call it cheating.
accurate and staying within the parameters.
That's
Well,
even
and
When
by
better.
the
you're
way-
doing stuff for the company, that's uber important.
Yes. It makes your life easier if they're not rejecting it for
Mhm.
silly reasons.
Yeah, if you're out of frame, then that's not good.
I've been told, where they go, well, we don't think that piece is right. I'm like, well, then tell Lego Digital Designer because that's where I took it from. You know?
Oh yeah.
That's when you're supposed to point at them and go, "Look in a mirror."
Oh, I do have one other story about Scholastic that was kind of funny though.
Oh, please.
One time for a dinosaur thing, I think it was. They Scholastic sent me a bunch of stuff they found on the internet, and they wanted me to draw this thing, and it wasn't Lego. It was a third-party, Lego customizer stuff. You know what I mean?
I do.
And so I had to tell them, like, look, I can do that if you want, but just so you know, that's not actually Lego, and you might get in trouble. So,
Right.
so they.
Go ahead.
I talked them out of doing it, and I saved them a lot of grief, I think.
I had a meeting once upon a time, and I don't even remember what it was about, but it was something social media related, Lego social media team. And we were talking about something else, and we were going through some prior examples of posts they had done. And there was one that came up, and I said, well, you didn't post that one for real, right? That one's just like an example or something. And they're like, no, that one went up on, this day for this time. I'm like, you've got a competitor brick in there. And they were like, no, we don't. And I was like, that element right there and I pointed at it. It was just like one of those very kind of like shapes that you're like, no, that shape does not exist in the Lego system. I was like, that part is not a Lego part. And then they did a little bit more research and like they were so adamant that I was wrong. Like, nope, you're wrong. I mean, they were so adamant. And then they came back like a couple hours later, like, well, we reached out to the guy that made us that asset, and he just Googled like brick something, and so that apparently is not. It was like, I don't want to say it was Mega, but it was a competitor. It was a competitor brick, and I was like,
Creo?
you posted that on the official channel. Man, there's people that get in a lot of trouble for this stuff. It's amazing that you guys can get away with that.
Look, most lay people would never notice, but only AFOLs would go, what?
And they would be the ones that would post on it and then bring the attention to all the other lay people. Go, oh yeah,
yeah, that's what would happen for sure.
Okay.
Well, I shouldn't show you this, but this is the Batman figure that was used in the pitch to DC for them to do Lego Batman, and the helmet is a mini-mate helmet.
Nice.
I was gonna say that's a very wide-looking Batman head right there.
Yeah,
Is that? I mean, it being that wide, does it qualify as being thick, as the kids say, or no?
I bet that's a little wide. Like thick has a different essence. I think it's just.
I don't even know when's the right appropriate time to use any.
You just got to feel the vibe, Kevin.
That's that's what they used in the pitch. So of course that's not a Lego element on top. I have other prototypes that are clearly come from a 3D printer, but that's what they used for the.
Did you make it?
Greg, did you make it?
It's not surprising.
I don't know why I have that.
Oh.
Didn't you say at once upon a time that did you do like some concept stuff for Galador, or no? Did I imagine that?
Me, no, but I have.
Because I mean, there was like a big like Galador renaissance like a couple years ago. A lot of people were talking about it. It was all over the internet, and I thought that you had done something with it because I know you had some of this.
Every now and then, people I worked with in Enfield would send me a box of garbage.
Yeah, quote unquote garbage.
And in one of the boxes was unproduced Galador prototypes.
What?
So I've got those. And then if Kevin remembers a couple of years ago, people found out about this and all sorts of people wanted to buy them. And I had guys who were like, yeah, I want to buy that. I want to buy that. And then when push came to shove, they went, oh, I don't have any money. I have
no money.
So yeah, I can't do that. Like it was literally down to like, here's my PayPal address, and they were like, yep, no problem. And then like a day later, like, oh, I can't do it.
I just realized I have no money. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So anyway, I still have Galador prototypes that are unproduced.
It's awesome.
There's at least one person that should want them now. At least one.
Niels would want them. The guy who sculpted them back in the day, but maybe not.
So
they're clearly
He's quite fond of Galador.
They're done from a 3D printer. So
a 3D printer.
Well, the unique pieces in it came out of a 3D printer, I assume, because you can see the.
I suppose it could have had SLA back then, but
They
yeah,
didn't have
that
3D
would have
printers back then, though, did they?
No, they didn't have at the beginnings. Maybe. Oh, I know what you got. Okay.
The Batman prototypes that I have 3D printed masks.
You said masks?
Or helmets, whatever.
Helmets.
Well, I thought we were talking about Bionicle for a second. I'm like, wait.
No, back to Batman.
Oh, look at that. That's some chop right there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there you go. There's the wolf. There's the wolfie.
Can we get an ab check?
Boom.
All right. I know they have a cane. I just wanted to say
Here you go. I've got to get some. Okay. just
So,
for you
Odin,
guys.
You're in
A
school,
little
right?
glisten.
Or no?
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, there we go. Steve's somewhere out there. His spidey senses are
this is
tingling.
like the shine, the sparkle. Oh,
The
man.
sparkle.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So,
Should be,
what are you studying in school? Is it graphic design or something else?
Yeah, and business.
That's smart.
I'm almost done now though, so yes, I'm very much looking forward to finishing at the end of the year.
The two sparkles on the end. That's so fun.
Perfect, isn't it?
Nice.
I feel like I should leave them on the character.
You should, yes, absolutely, 100%. For now.
Just
But yeah, so I haven't done Lego design in ages, and I've been missing it a little bit, honestly. So I'm glad to be able to do it again.
Is this maybe inspiring you a little bit to
Post again? Yes.
maybe
Well,
a little bit?
I just lost. I just got disheartened because yeah, I spoke to you about this the other day, but I had this hard drive and it had quite a few designs on there, and I had one of another Lego designer actually that I was about to post, and then I lost everything on the hard drive.
Oh my
and
goodness.
yeah, so I'm trying to get stuff recovered from it. I've had to send it away to this facility in the Netherlands. And so anyway, we'll see if we
that's
ever
cool.
hear back from there.
Try to get it back though.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully
Anyone
things
can do
pan
it
out.
if it's Dutch.
If there was ever I think an excuse to be disheartened and want to like, it's a good one.
But no, this has definitely reminded me how much I loved it.
So have you been working on other stuff too? Because I've bugged you multiple times how you don't post
Oh,
anything
yeah,
on Instagram, and it's bugging me that I can't see what you're working on in any capacity, man.
Yes, I do work on lots of other stuff as well. But that's like mostly it's private stuff. It's under not under Lego, the Legodin brand, if
Gotcha,
you will.
right.
So I don't really share that on my Legodin page. But yes,
you gotta
I've
share
been keeping
something
busy.
at some point.
Yes, I do need to. I feel like I should. Maybe I could post this Wolverine or something like that.
Oh wait,
Yeah.
so wait,
It's been like over a year since I last posted. So
I'm aware. I
definitely
check
need
your
something.
page frequently. I'm like, did I miss something? Nope. All right.
do you have another account that you post like non-Lego work on?
Yes. Oh no, I do, but I'm really terrible about being active on social media.
So
So I
it's-
never post anything on like any of my accounts.
You don't post it there either. It's like
No,
was-
it's exactly the same thing.
I was about to suggest like, oh, but we can look if we want to see your other stuff that's not Lego. We'll just, no, I just don't post anywhere.
No, I'm just really bad about this kind of stuff. Honestly, I don't know why. I mean, like I'm active on social media, as in checking it, but I just never post. I don't know why. I guess it takes effort, and it comes back to that lazy versus efficient argument
yeah.
yet again.
Yeah,
I
know-
don't think I can
Takes
claim efficiency
time.
on this one though.
Brixar in the chat wants to know if that recovery works out because he apparently also has a crashed hard drive from 15 years ago. He's been holding on to.
Oh my god.
Wow.
That's so funny. Wow. Okay. Well, mine wasn't from 15 years ago, so I don't know. I spoke to I was frantic because I had a bunch of assignments on there as well, and I had to recreate a bunch of stuff. It was so annoying. Yeah. Anyway, but I was on the phone with Seagate support for ages, and they said, "Look, just send it off to our facility in the Netherlands," and because they have this data recovery facility there apparently. If it ever gets sent back to me, that's a whole nother question. But anyway, and so I guess if things turn out well, then I recommend you get in contact with whoever you bought it from in the first place. I've got no idea if the warranty would be expired on that 15-year-old hard drive or not, but I guess it's worth asking, right?
At
You're
that
like,
point,
I'm
they'd be
guessing
like,
yes.
yeah, if you hung
Yeah.
on to it for 15 years, I think they'll appease you. You know.
You said lifetime.
Pretty
It might be a relic. They might take it in their museum, their Seagate museum.
Right. Right.
It belongs in a museum.
No, let me be the parent here and say, remember, always back up over the cloud.
Yes.
Multiple
Definitely.
backups.
Well,
Have
even if you don't do it on the cloud, just have multiple backups. Even a tiny USB stick will save your bacon.
Well,
Yeah.
also the cloud. The thing I read was like you have your local backup, so you should always have a secondary drive as a backup. But if you have a house fire, it's all gone. So cloud saves your ass in that case. So
well, that's true. It just depends on how much you want to share out there.
Yeah.
Well,
All you simply have to do is avoid having a house fire. That's all I'm saying. It seems like a simple solution to me.
Look, given how 2020 is going, that is not a guarantee.
It's good to be prepared, Paul. I'm with you there.
Yeah, I would say if there was ever a time in our lives to be like, well, time for the meteor to hit, I mean, I think this is it.
I had a drive crash too, maybe 10 years ago, and it sucked. It cost me like over $2,000 to have a data recovery people do it, and they couldn't get it all back anyway. So it was a stupid amount of money, and it wasn't really worth it. So always back up since then.
Yeah, I don't like this conversation.
No, let's stop talking about technical snafus.
Sorry.
Stop trying to curse things, Paul.
All right. Although, Odin, I was curious, like, do you want to do graphic design for Lego by any chance? Like, is that
No, absolutely. Yeah, that's been my goal my whole life, basically, since I was 4 years old, is to work for Lego eventually. Yeah, I really would love to be a graphic designer for them. I went through the I think I'm allowed to share this now. I went through the interview. I got to the interview stage for a graphic designer position they had in 2018 or 2019. I think it's 2018. Yeah, and that was when I was 17. So I really enjoyed that. But it was, oh my gosh, their online interview was like so bizarre. They have this it's like a robot basically. So the text just appears on the screen, and then you just respond to that. So it was pretty hard to develop a
hello, Odin. Welcome to your interview.
Oh yes, exactly. Yeah. So I couldn't develop like a rapport or anything with the interviewer, which was certainly a unique challenge. But I have learned more about, I guess, that system now, and so next time I interview, it'll hopefully go a little bit more smoothly.
All right, now, you don't need recommendations, but let me tell you what you're gonna do. Those abs on the resume cover letter, done.
With the sparkle.
Yeah, if you can do like a hollow foil print so that they actually sheen.
You got the job. I'll tell you right now, you have the job. Just go to Denmark, move into Bill, and you're good.
Can you imagine, like, years later, you're like, oh, let me tell you how I got this job.
I was drawing these abs on this random stream, and then all of a sudden, here I am.
That's all.
Random stream with all the Lego people.
That's all it took, those abs.
The former
look at that sparkle.
Lego rogue.
No one can deny that sparkle.
It's so good.
Turns out Kjeld was tuning into the stream himself.
You never know.
little quick email and done.
Yeah, there we go.
Well, Odin, you better start learning Danish now, I'm saying.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, I did start learning Danish a while back, and then I had to stop because I just got so busy with other things. But next year I'm taking up Mandarin, so hopefully that'll be advantageous.
Do tale danse, Odin?
Okay, as I said, I did quit.
Just that pause.
just asking if you were speaking Danish. That's all good.
So wait, this is done, Odin, right?
More or less. Look, I'm thinking maybe do I need more wrinkles? Do I need more sparkles?
Wrinkles. There are no wrinkles.
No wrinkles on that, buddy. No.
Well, so the thing about Hugh Jackman's Wolverine is that he severely dehydrated himself to get those wrinkles, to get like that, like
the veins. Yes. Where's the vascularity?
So I mean, if you added more, that wouldn't be unlike the character to do that.
No, that's true. This is actually the water evaporating from the body.
Right. Exactly. Yes. Yep. There you go.
I think I need the claws in though. I think that's the final thing.
The claws.
Ooh.
Gotta get
So you're going to use the
significant
claw
claws.
pieces, right, that he holds? Or
Yes, I am.
There you go.
I would love to see a new solution to that. I mean,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong. I think that piece is really interesting, but I would love to see if they could find something that clips around the hand or something like that. I don't know.
There's like a third party, one of them, I don't know. There's a third party one that like the minifigure hand has a bar that it holds. And,
Yes.
And then you turn it over and it's got like
yes,
side,
exactly, something like that.
Because it for me, it's something about like the claws are sitting in the hand like this.
Exactly, instead of on top of the fingers, right?
Right.
Mhm.
Yes.
And real quick, we can confirm Building with Steve has been summoned. The glistening Hugh Jackman chest is there right into it. There we go.
You tuned into the best part.
So can we say that mission accomplished? Steve was flustered.
Yes.
Was that
Yes,
the goal, Buster
Jeff,
Steve?
I
He
agree.
made the comment.
I
He
would
made
love
the
to see
comment.
some more X-Men Lego.
He was like, I am flustered with that chest.
Although CC is correct, too many sparkles would be more Edward Vampire-esque, so there's a fine line.
Oh, right. Don't want to go too far over.
Yeah, no, good point. Don't want to cross over into that vampire,
Right.
territory. It's kind of
And we can
that's the
confirm.
subject. You can't refer to vampires as mutants. It's apparently very offensive. So.
Right. The mission has been accomplished.
Very
Steve
flustered.
is
Very flustered. That's great. What do you think of those sparkles, Greg?
They're so good. I mean, they're
Funny.
I wouldn't have thought to put sparkles on. That's why you're a genius.
So funny.
Is that an official Wolverine minifigure? The printing?
Yes,
and
it is. That was from 2014. Please, guys, correct me if I'm wrong.
Yeah, I think that was the
that was in the jet with the
yeah.
what do you call them? The big dudes.
Sentinel, right?
Yes, thank you. The Sentinel, exactly.
Sentinels.
Who were featured in? Was it? Were they featured in Days of Future Past? Or is it Apocalypse? Or I don't know. Those movies kind of blur
Yeah, it was
together.
Days of Future Past.
They do.
Days of Future Past. Okay, there you go. Yeah, with this exactly. So yeah, I missed out on this one, and I had Cyclops and Storm in it as well, and I had I think Magneto. Oh god, it was such a cool
Magneto in a terrible costume.
Yes, I preferred the Magneto from the Deadpool chopper
Yeah.
with Wolverine.
Yeah, that was
The
his
other
first-
Wolverine.
right? That was his first appearance.
Yeah, that was. Oh god, I need a Lego historian with me here. Was that 2011 or 12 or something like that?
Is that the Maniac for Bricks light?
Yeah,
Always
right.
The Joey light. Be like, we need a Lego historian in here.
That was Deadpool's helicopter, and that had the Magneto helm as well. So that's where that
Yes.
piece came from.
Yeah, that was such a cool piece. That was a great set. I really would like to see more Lego X-Men. It's a shame they've kind of stopped. I wonder if that's because of the whole Fox thing. But now that they've
I
got
think so.
now that Disney's got the license, I mean, that should open up possibilities, right?
Yeah, I think if you factor in 2 years ago, they didn't have anything pertaining to Fantastic Four and X-Men really in the wheelhouse. So probably by next year, the year after, you'll see, more X-Men and Fantastic Four. I'm surprised we haven't gotten Fantastic Four figures in Lego form. I think that's amazing.
I know,
That's-
right?
It
Like-
is surprising.
I know. I'd love to see a Human Torch and a Mr.
Yeah.
The Mr. Fantastic would be so interesting. I wonder if they would use the Mrs. Marvel arm piece. There's
probably
thing.
would. The non-kosher thing.
Is that a weapon? Is that a? Am I allowed to say that word on this stream or
Yeah,
not?
it's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
Egg knockoff.
Third party.
You guys can just bleep me out.
Third party, yeah.
Family Bricks is heading out. Thanks for.
I only accept it because it looks exactly like the version of the thing that's in the video games.
Yes.
So it's kind of real.
It's real in our hearts.
And yeah, Family Bricks is heading out from the chat. If you guys want more Lego art fun, definitely check out his channel later because he will also be doing some Lego art on his time slot. I think he's doing Pictionary, which should be kind of fun.
Oh, cool. I'm teaching.
Oh yeah.
I've got my incomplete Robin there.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
That's so cool. Oh my gosh. That's fantastic.
Great. Traditional as well.
Tradition. That's all I know.
This is what I get for drawing on a desk.
Yeah, I wanted
And you're not doing too shabby yourself, Megan, over here on the whiteboard.
Oh,
right?
cheers. Yes,
Oh,
it is your standard box standard whiteboard with snickerdoodle atop.
I like the little the Technic pin for the arm or the legs.
Yeah, you've got to think about, how is it going to connect?
Yep.
Joint connection, and ideally the same shape leg 4 times for to cut down on manufacturing in the budget.
That
So
like
yeah,
reminds
there's
me
some.
of the minifig arms for the monkeys, the old ones. And then I can't tell you how long, as a kid, how long it took me to realize that the legs were just arms reversed. I didn't realize. I just
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, well, I could use a minifig arm for the leg and then sculpt the foot.
It took me an
Would be
embarrassing long
the
time
move there. In fact, when I did prototypes for Scooby-Doo, that's what I did. I used the idea of the minifig arm for the legs and sculpting a new foot.
Charlie Bluegrass Bricks is a fan of your whiteboard.
Oh, well, thank you, Charlie. Snickerdoodle seems to be fairly approving. He keeps looking down. Every time he looks down and gets curious, I know I'm on the right track.
Yes, and
it's looking more and more like he is.
Earlier in the stream, we did do a test where we stared at that animal to make sure it was real. It is real. He's being very still.
He is. Oh, here he is in Lego form as well. So this is Snick, his alter ego that I built after I first got Snickerdoodle because I couldn't take him everywhere. So when I would travel, I'd bring Snick along, and then Snick would be at the beach and whatnot. So that's his little alter ego portrait.
So what? Okay, I get a dog, a cat. When you travel and you can't take it with you, where you're like, "Can you please watch my lizard for me?" And you just hand over like, is it the same conversation?
Well, yes. Jim has been very kind to take Snickerdoodle on a couple times when I've had to go on my own, and his mom has been really quite kind to come over twice a day and take care of him when we're both gone. So
okay, gotcha.
Good.
Yeah, so there's people. I'm sitting there in my mind going, is there like a lizard kennel somewhere that you're like, can you please watch this for
there are herpetologists, reptile hotel kind of things.
Oh, okay.
More in the urban area, like around Manhattan, of course, where they have everything. They have some there.
Yeah.
So yeah, there are a few possibilities.
Have you had to use one before?
I haven't, but I know people who have. It's
Yeah.
kind of hit or miss. One guy went off to Europe because that's where he could, because he's from there. So of course, with the national healthcare structure, he went back there to have work done, surgery done, and came back, and sadly, a large chunk of his iguana's tail was gone.
I was gonna say is gone.
Yeah, that was a bad experience, but I've heard good ones too. It just depends on like anything, kennel or
Yeah.
cattery, doggery thing. It's the same thing. You've got to be on the lookout.
I have to
try
ask,
find a good one.
what caused the chunk of the tail to be gone? Did it just fall off?
Don't
or-
ask.
No,
You do not wanna ask.
apparently he got it got bit by another reptile, and then it got the tail. That end of the tail got sick, and then it fell off.
I was gonna say
Oh.
you should see the other
It
guy.
got infected, and Well,
I thought you were
luckily
going to say
there
you
was
just
no
got hungry.
claws or anything. No, nothing like that. You want to come over here, buddy?
Oh,
Want to
Megan,
come closer? What's
Megan,
that?
I was going to ask you a question.
Yes, Greg?
Did you have anything to do with the Rancor from the Rancor pit? The big guy, or
No, I didn't have anything to do with the Rancor, but I know who worked him up and sculpted him. Yes.
oh, okay. Because I every now and then they used to ask me, "What sets do you want?"
Right.
I would do pitches for stuff, and the Rancor pit set was one of the ones that I chose. So I did a design of what the Rancor would be like, and the one that they did is 100 times better than what I So yeah, I just thought I was trying to keep it when I did it, as you were saying, with like pieces that exist. So I can't remember how I did it, but the way they did it was good.
You got requests for a cigar for Logan.
That's
Okay.
that's cool, Greg.
Oh, do I include that in Lego? I don't know if they'd be pro that.
Well,
Well,
I'm
Godfrey
just saying. I don't know.
used to smoke quite
How much
a
am I
few of them.
sticking to? Yeah.
oh man.
So Snickerdoodle
Um,
is real, for those who
Yes,
are wondering. Because now he's moving around. See, he's real.
there we go. Movement.
What type of lizard is
Oh my
Snickerdoodle?
gosh.
Snickerdoodle is a bearded dragon, and they come from Odin's neck of the woods, actually. They're from Australia.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
I have seen many before.
I'm
So
sure
lovely.
you have. Have you
And
seen
we
them
get,
outside?
I have, yeah. And we get these water dragons right down near our house, and they just crawl all over the place, and they like to hide in like the gutters of the house and stuff like that. Oh my gosh, they're so lovely.
So cool. That's so
It's so cool to be able to see them.
Oh, fabulous. Out in the wild like that? Yeah.
Yeah,
Neat.
I'm very lucky to be in the position that I'm in.
See, that's all the cute animals in Australia. Then you have the giant spiders. Well, you gotta balance it out.
No, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a bit of a trade-off, you know.
Yeah.
That's
I
true.
used to have
Scorpion.
What was that, Greg?
I used to have a chameleon,
Oh, nice, Greg.
which was awesome. And I remember my sister-in-law had a friend of hers from college who was from Saudi Arabia. And she came over and she was amazed that we were keeping a chameleon as a pet
Uh-huh.
and that we'd actually pay money to get one, because she said they're everywhere. They're in our garden. She had to take pictures of it to send her family to
Oh,
say,
wow.
these crazy people keep these as pets.
Well, yeah, because they're amazing and really quite fascinating. What kind did you have, Greg?
A veiled chameleon,
Is it veiled? Oh,
Yeah.
cool.
which are apparently the easiest ones to keep. So that's why we thought that's a good starter chameleon.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, that's a lot of work to have a chameleon.
Yeah.
Starter chameleon is a funny term. So that's a starter chameleon right there.
Yeah, veiled chameleons are really, really cool.
They're great. I want to get another one, but we're worried. My wife thinks our house isn't warm enough. So
Oh. Well, yeah,
Just the-
these guys are desert dwellers, so he has the full Zoomed, lights and everything, and extra heat sources, of course, in the winter. But he's pretty much outside of his house most all of the time. He's hanging out with me in the studio. Sometimes I incorporated a drawing class with him as well, Critter Corner, and so he hangs out for that too. So he hangs out a lot, and then he'll be either on me or I'll have like a microwave heat pad kind of thing for him to hang out on. So he definitely gets a lot of heat when he wants it.
He probably steals the show, I bet. when he's
Oh, he totally does.
Just as a heads up for everybody, 6-minute warning until 1 p.m.
Oh,
Eastern Standard Time when the
gosh.
stream concludes.
My
Awesome.
drawing's not.
Yikes. Thank you for that.
Thank you, Brian. And after my stream is Legolamaniac. So Legolamaniac is next. Still got a little bit of work to done. So my goal was 3. 2 is not bad. You know, you always set a goal and you don't quite draw as many as you want. That's what I meant.
But look at all the shading and the quality in there. That's nice.
Thank you very much.
Very nice.
We got Ninja with the bricks in the chat. Good morning, everyone. So Ninja kicked off the entire festivities. He was the first streamer who started.
Oh, wow.
I need to go back. I was asleep at midnight, but that's probably a poor landing joke to Odin right now. But
Has Ninja been on the whole time?
Tell me about it.
yeah, I doubt he has been, but his was the first. So I need to go back and listen to it. But yeah.
Oh, we get to review it? How can we review it?
Yeah, I mean,
Go to the link?
it lives on the internet.
It lives
So
on.
you'll be able to if you want to go back. All the
cool.
people's channels are linked in the description, so you can go back and take
Nice.
it. Yeah, in 5 minutes when Legolamaniac starts, please feel free to head out over there. I'm gonna make sure I get this done within the stream, and I never like to leave art in the middle of but I'm not gonna be offended, everyone. So feel free to keep the party going when we get that 1 o'clock. It is okay by me. It's all good.
So you'll want it to continue until you're at least done with this
Yeah,
piece.
I want to be able to finish this, and if anyone else, if you guys want to finish up the stuff you're working on, that's fine with me.
Yeah, I've got to jump because I have
Oh, you got another class?
another class to teach. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. But thanks for coming back.
Oh, my pleasure.
I was serious. I didn't want you to overextend yourself today. But
No
thank you.
worries. I'll eat eventually. This was my lunch break, so I jump back in.
I'll eat eventually sounds like such a terrible thing to say. Okay.
Spoken like a true artist.
Yeah, but thanks
All
again
about the work.
for popping in.
Well, thanks,
everybody.
guys.
Make sure you go show
Thank
Megan
you.
some love on all the social media channels, and you can find her stuff all over the place. So make sure you do so.
Cheers, Kevin. Yeah, let's do this again sometime for sure when I'm not teaching.
Absolutely. Thank you very
All
much.
right. Take care, everybody.
Thank you,
See
Megan.
Keep
Bye.
going. Bye.
Yeah.
That distant yell from Greg is the best. Goodbye.
And I can get confirmation for you, Jeff. The cigar is present. Odin is going against the brand standards for the Lego group. Uh-oh.
I'm doing it for you.
It's
I'm
for the
doing it
people.
for you, Jeff.
It's for the people, right? It's for the people.
It's
Ooh,
what the people want. Absolutely.
You're not gonna get a
And I
job
think that's
now.
what Lego's
I know, man. Oh, you're telling me.
they were
Paul.
tuned in for the abs and they're tuning out for the cigar.
Yeah,
That's it. Right. That's a nice Cubano right there. There you go.
So we'll see. We got to just fit his mouth around it now,
And
and we've got to get that right brown. That is not the Lego brown.
It's a 10 out of 10 from Jeff. So there you go, Odin.
Woo! Wow, that's high praise. Thank you.
It's always about pleasing the masses, man.
Right, which is why you should make
Oh, yeah.
nothing but Baby Yoda and Deadpool stickers, Kevin. Get on your
Yeah.
game. Hello?
So there,
And if you were a man of the people, you would have made a Lego Mario drawing by now that I can buy. All right? Man of the people.
man of the people.
My bottom dollar, you are. Okay. Anyways, how's it looking, Kevin? How's it looking?
Almost done. Almost done. Let
There
me
you go.
open it up so that the skin is not so bleached out. But it's almost
Looking good. Looking good.
there. Yep. And yeah, everybody, if it's feel free to head over to Legolamaniac's channel. No problem here. He's going to be going live any second if he hasn't already. Definitely show him some support. He's the next channel in the 72-hour lineup, and this party keeps going until the stroke of midnight on Sunday. If you go to any of the participating channels, they should all have the full lineup and links in their descriptions. So it should be fairly easy to find who's up, when they're up, and all that good stuff.
I'd like to showcase the dynamic of the chat here. Moto saying, not everyone is into games, Brian. And then we have Brikx who says gaming is life. So you know what?
The duality of man.
Tit for tat, you know? So let's just all agree that we can all have our time to shine in the limelight.
Thank you, Chop. Appreciate that. Such a great stream. Appreciate it. Definitely thanks go out to all these awesome people that accepted the invite to come on the stream with me.
I finished my Robin.
Oh, very good. With
There
the
it
bat
is.
signal.
Very cool.
Nice.
And you're welcome to part with that if someone wants to buy it.
Yeah.
Of course.
My PayPal is just my email address, by the way.
Yeah, hit him up. Hit up Greg if you guys would like to inquire about either of the pieces he made today.
Or anything else. Or go to Patreon.
Exactly. For anybody heading out now, we have one last look at Odin's work.
This is Cigar Wolverine, and he's a lot skinnier. He's not bulky, and it doesn't have quite the same sparkle. Because remember, people, smoking is good for you.
But he's got a healing factor, so it's okay that he smokes.
That's fine. Greg, do you have a price on the pieces, or should they just reach out to you directly to discuss such things?
Yeah, I don't know.
$1 million.
It's good to have a definitive answer like that.
Yeah, it makes it easy.
And another look at Paul's over here.
Convention price is $40.
There you go. You're looking almost done there, Paul.
Oh yeah, just got to do the deco.
Yeah. And then,
Of course, digital, so there's nothing to sell.
right.
Except your dignity.
Yeah.
Oh, yep.
Sorry, guys.
That's a great Robin from Jeff right there. Looking real nice.
There we go. All
Thank
done on this end.
Mini Brick Production saying, wow, that looks great. All the artists doing something incredible.
Here we go.
Bringing
This
something
is
good to the table.
the two finished pieces from today. Kind of angling it because the light's a little bright, as been noted many times. These were two suggestions from folks in the chat. Galaxy Squad Bug, unnamed Bug. And then I did the Burt Ward Robin. So the request was Robin. Then we got on a Robin tangent. I went for the Burt Ward Classic 60. So there we go. Those are my pieces from the stream.
Cool.
Fantastic.
So there's Odin. So are these the two definitive versions?
I think maybe should I make the guy on the right look a little more sickly?
Sickly.
He doesn't have the chops. Let's first of all, we'll take those away. He doesn't deserve them.
He doesn't deserve them.
And we need more wrinkles.
It's looking more like Deadpool at that rate. The non-accurate movie version.
Yes. The first one that Ryan Reynolds did, which was not so
that was
not
weird.
so good.
Weird.
We need to just seal up the lips.
See you later, Ninja. Yep, the party rolls on to the next channel. Yep, all good. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out. See you later, Blockhead UK.
And his hair's going grey from all the smoke as well. We got to get that in there. This is like just Logan now.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Greg's a spinning circle. Can you hear us, Greg? He's like 1 o'clock. Magically turns into a pumpkin.
Oh, we'll see if that gets resolved here. We'll see what happens with Greg. If you might want to back out and pop back in.
Hey, does anyone remember what year the Batman 66 Batcave set was?
That was
16.
Was it 15? Oh, it was 16.
Okay.
16 or 17.
All right, I'm just trying to find the photo.
60 says Silver Fox. Silver Fox there.
Oh, fuck. No, he's a smoker. Here you go. Fine. Is this what it's going to take?
There it is.
Is this what it's going to
Is this even Wolverine anymore?
It's just some guy with a cigar. It's just some
It's
Smoking
just it's just what's his Agent 47 with a cigar.
Right. That's it.
It's just my neighbor. Now.
And I was looking up and spying on all of you guys making stuff. So I was watching the process, which was really fun.
Yeah, this was awesome. That art is so cool. Oh my gosh! Wow. That's fantastic.
These will absolutely get put up for sale. Take photographs of them, and then I'll list them up on Etsy. So etsy.com/shop/Mr.
Vin Diesel.
Is that you? And did you finish, Greg? Your Robin's done, right?
Yeah, yep.
There
I
it
got
is.
knocked off the stream for a second, but I think I'm back.
We noticed. And yes, you
Okay.
are back. Yeah, awesome. Paul, how you looking?
I wanted to show you something really quick. Hold on. Just thought you might find this amusing. Are you guys looking?
Yes.
I found the deco, but look how it's labeled.
Oh wow.
Alfred,
Nice.
That is
where did you find that?
whoops.
I get sent the assets. I told you. So this is like,
Oh my gosh!
the whole deco
What?
sheet.
This is insane. I've never seen these before.
Don't
I
worry.
mean,
though.
I've seen like brief glimpses when they do like the designer videos and stuff like that on a computer screen, but I've never actually seen the assets. Wow,
Oh,
that's
right, yeah.
fascinating. Yeah.
Well, you're doing them exactly like they are. That's why I was like, oh, do you have them too? Look, man,
Fantastic.
the
There you go.
sticker sheets and stuff.
It's awesome.
Let's see. What color is there? What color do they use for the outline on black hair? Do they use gray or white?
This is like
This is an important detail, people.
Gray.
Gray.
Oh
Looks like
my
dark bluish
gosh,
gray.
I've been doing it right.
Uh-oh.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, Mini Brick Productions, take note of this too.
Hey, keep your hands off those.
Hey, hold on.
I got in first. Hey.
You want a head start? Give me a head start. Wait for a little while. Alfred, that's funny. I love it.
Yeah. Well, stuff like that. And then, I think there might be a rule against me showing these, but whatever.
Oops. Well, hey, there it is.
I've got those as well. So
Yeah, you know how that goes. But like, I had like the deco guides for Rogue One.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, really?
I think it was Rogue One, or was it? No, it was Force Awakens.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So I did a comic for it, and they sent it to me, but it was so under lock and key, right? But it was really funny. Like all the names for the things were code names.
yeah,
I don't know if you heard. So like all the good guys were some form of bear. I forget what the Empire was, but like, so yeah, like the big bomber ship that they had in the thing was called the Honey Bear,
Sure.
and the bombs are called honey pots. Yeah, yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so I remember reading it, like looking it over, and they have these names. I'm like, oh, that's wacky. Like, is it going to be called the Honey Bear? I don't know.
Wow, they're dropping honeypots. Oh, this is really out there, even for Star Wars.
Yeah.
yeah, because
Um,
I got those as well because I did a lot of commercial storyboards for Force Awakens, and I noticed that like all the names were like crazy things, except for Captain Phasma, which I thought was a fake name as well.
right. I remember that too.
That's so funny that they're like, we don't need to worry about that one.
Yeah,
Just keep it there.
Well, given how wacky
No
all
one's
the
going
other
to believe
names
us.
are. Yeah, like why would you think Phasma is the real one?
yeah.
All right, we're gonna wrap up. You finished your Robin, right, Paul? Or no?
Well, not completely. I still have to do the decos, but good enough.
Good enough. Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna wrap. Once again, I want to make sure everyone gets a chance to share any parting words or any places to find stuff. We'll start with you, Greg. Again, any last words for the viewers?
Go to Patreon, patreon.com/Frog Crisis. Because I didn't have a social media guy tell me that I should just use my name.
It's all good. It's all good. See, now you need to have like a greghyland.com, and it links to all your other things. So like that's your central like landing point.
No, I just say make it as convoluting as possible. You know. And look, I've got I've got the underscore before and after my name, so it makes it even harder for people to find me. You know,
it does not help. No, but that's fine. So patreon.com/frog crisis, and Brian's got the links, social handles, lethargic lad, and then Greg Hyland creepy artist, which I always laugh every time I say.
Getting through Facebook and stuff is easiest because I'm having weird email problems with stuff going to spam right now. But otherwise, I'm at lethargic. Greg at lethargiclad.com is my email. That's where to send
the money.
PayPal. Send as much PayPal there as you can.
Hit him up if you're interested in buying either of those pieces made on the stream today. Make sure you hit him up.
But Patreon is going to be awesome for you to go there. I need to get a list just like Kevin's.
Yes, you deserve it, Greg.
I do.
Thank you again for popping in the stream. I appreciate it.
Anytime.
And then Odin, any final words for anybody?
Yeah, thank you to everybody for tuning in and for checking out everyone's cool art. And thank you to Kevin for inviting me, and yes, for hosting, and Brian for emceeing.
Absolutely.
And every single person that drew today, even if you're drawing at home along with us.
That would be sweet if somebody was doing
I've got
that.
no idea if anyone was, but I would love to see it. But yeah, no, thank you seriously to everyone. And thank you, Paul, for showing me those files, those asset files.
The most important thing, his takeaway is gray for the outline of the black hair. That was the takeaway.
Now I'm certain of it. Fantastic.
Hey, Odin, actually, if you want to chat more later about this kind of stuff, hit me up. We can talk privately.
Ooh, making some
Fantastic. Thank
connections,
you. I'd love
Odin.
to.
So good.
Oh my god.
check out his work. There you go, right there on social media at LEGOdin. Maybe he'll post things again one day.
I'll keep bugging him to do so. All right, I'll take that burden. So.
At least you have this awesome piece of artwork you can post on there.
Yes, or not post.
Or not post ever. You're like,
and just put on another hard drive.
I love it. Sparkly abs indeed. Alyssa, I missed the part where sparkles were
You
added.
missed the part. Yeah, you missed the best part.
They were it's so good. Awesome. Yeah, thanks for popping. I really appreciate it. Paul, any final words for all the people at home?
Well, I guess you can go to Minifig Portraits on Facebook if you want to hit me up for a commission to do a portrait of your sig fig. Yes. Otherwise, find me as an admin on AFOLs of Facebook and learn to hate me.
It's I always personally really enjoy those various threads. I'm like, where's Paul? Surely he has thrown some logic into this conversation somewhere. I'm like, oh, there it is. Oh, and then that's where that went off onto a different tangent. Okay. But yeah, your portraits are awesome. I really like all the background work and stuff you throw into those. I'm just like, man, that's a whole nother level that I'm like, I'm still in the place where environments terrify me. So,
although I've been doing the Sears portrait backgrounds too, which I find hilarious. That backdrop.
Where you have like a slightly faded head in the background too. That's the best. Those are that's awesome. There's his links to social media down there as well. You got Mopey Decker and Polly Wynn. So kind of depending on what platform you're on, make sure you check out his work. You more than likely you have seen lots of this man's work in various Lego things. So check him out and show some support his way as well. Brian, our wonderful MC, thank you very much for keeping things going. I mean, I have not been switching any screens. He has been in control of making sure you guys see what you need to see when you need to see it.
Nicely done.
Thank you very much.
Kevin, just say that I'm the best. It's fine. I'll give you permission. No, it's an honor. It's an honor to be among all these incredibly talented artists and that you trusted me to do all this. And it's really just because I wanted to talk to Odin. That's the only reason. All this time I've known him. I've never
That you guys had to schedule this entire thing just so Brian could actually finally talk to me.
I mean, that's really
known this guy for like 3 years, and now is the time. That
it was really humorous when Brian was like, "Who do you have scheduled for this?" And yeah, he freaked out when I said Odin.
Like he's alive.
I freaked out when you said he was emceeing. I couldn't believe it.
Confident his response was all caps.
Kevin, I immediately messaged him on Instagram. I'm like, "You son." Anyways,
that's awesome. Well, yeah, thanks everybody. You guys know where to find my stuff. Once again, online at Mr. Kevin Hinkle. If you want to see just my artwork, at MrHinkleDraws. Thank you guys very much for being here, watching along. Thanks to all my guests. Thanks to everybody in the chat. Definitely the most viewed stream I've ever done, but I think that is definitely thanks to the awesome efforts of this 72-hour stream. So thanks to Chop for organizing it all again. And yeah, if you haven't already, head over to Lego Lemaniac. He's next. And if you want to, pop in or out to any of the streams this whole weekend, just check the video description on anybody that's hosting, because we have the entire lineup in our video description. So you can see, who's streaming at 3 a.m. on Saturday? Somebody is. So thanks everybody. We'll see you next time. My next stream is next Tuesday. So back for brick building. Hope to see you there. Everybody have a wonderful rest of your day. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you later. Bye, everybody.
Fantastic.
Bye.
Thanks.
Bye.
See you guys.